Yeah, this looks a bit better.
Yeah.
Probably slightly better for Mito, but I think that's okay to go
No, I
with.
think this is fine for both. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, Eric has the other one near the TP and the other one on the left side between the two lakes, and that's similar for mine. I think this is just fine.
yeah. And luckily enough, we got exactly the same start. So it's just the one wood crate and the three food crates.
Oh yeah, was that the thing last game as well? I didn't
Yeah,
even,
yeah, yeah.
didn't even
So
check.
Mito is immediately sending 2 settler wagons to gather wood. I assume this might be for a market, but it could also be for a trading post. What do you reckon? I think there's a good
I,
chance he actually goes for a trading post here.
yeah, you could, but that's going to delay your age up by a bit. I mean, you have to gather quite a bit.
Yeah, but look,
Everything is going. All he
he's
finds.
got 3 settler wagons
Yeah,
on wood.
I have no idea. Like, what was the crate start again? 300 food or 400?
So
Yeah,
300
300. Yeah,
food and 100 wood. So
yeah, he's
Eric's
definitely going for it.
yeah, Eric's going totally normal. By the way, he's just built the one house and everyone's on food. So we're definitely going to see a lot faster age up from Eric and Mito. Yeah, he's going for that trading post, going to get that down. I wonder if he can do this completely with no idle time on the villages because it was only 300 food. I think it's going to
Yeah,
be very close.
I was thinking about that as well. I think he has like a little bit of idle time because you have to get that house in, and you need to train the villagers constantly. I think he has a little bit of idle time, but it's probably worth it. I mean, especially in the mirror, and he's gonna get this XP right away. Second pass.
Oh, that's really nice. Yeah, so he's not continuing with that 135 XP treasure, which actually I think Eric
Yeah,
might come up on.
but
And
then
like
again,
if he picks this up,
it's
it's going to completely negate the early trading post.
yeah, at least I think 2 passes. But then again, like I prefer that he picks up this one because then he won't have any idle time. I think with aging up. So
Yeah,
I kind
yeah,
of understand his choice to go for 90 foot instead.
yeah, absolutely. You do want those food treasures. However, I mean, Eric's going to be feeling really good about this because he's going to get the faster age up,
And
and
now
he's
Maida
going to
notices.
yeah, and he's going to get the XP, and we can assume that Eric, as Germany, he will add that trading post on, in transitions, so they will both have trading posts, and I think they'll both have about the same XP as well. So I think Eric's going to be feeling pretty good about that.
Yeah, and I'm surprised actually that Mido's. Okay, look, both will see this treasure, so it's gonna be a little bit of a contest here. Who has the most HP? It's gonna be Eric has a little bit more HP.
Yeah,
Wow,
it's
and
really
Mido's
close.
gonna. He probably doesn't want to sack the treasure, so he's gonna just fight it. And I have to assume he's gonna go for it. By the way, look at this. Mido's trading post did allow him to get the settler wagon shipment now at 22020. So
Oh, okay, so he will be going in with a bit of an advantage, and yeah, here he goes for the treasure. He needs to get in a bit closer. This is going to be
yeah, it's gonna.
very close.
Yeah.
And, oh,
Wait.
Eric gets that.
Yeah, but I think that actually the Mido, like both of them misclicked in a way, and the Mido could have still gotten it. But
Yeah,
okay, so
yeah.
Eric got it. Good job.
Yeah, so I think we're going to have to conclude that age one has gone pretty successfully for Eric.
Yeah, and by the way, just quick point out here, Midos is 17 vils and 680 food, so this is going to be quite a bit of a delayed age up still. Like even with the 90 food that he had,
Yeah,
he's just almost now clicking in.
yeah, it's not too bad. It's only about 5 or 10 seconds afterwards. We've got King Eric moving on to get this 60 wood treasure, which should help him get his trading post a lot sooner. Though to be fair, he already does actually have a lot of wood, so it might conversely delay his trading post a bit. But
I think it's not a problem since he needs it for the market and the trading post anyway.
yeah, 60 wood is never bad.
That
If
for
you
sure.
pick it up, I don't think you're going to be complaining.
I'm actually curious. Like it looks like he's going for this TP, but that's just like very close to Mido's base, and it's like always in a direct path. So it's going to be a fight.
So Mito's gotten a scout right. Do you reckon he's going to look for these trading post sites because he knows that Eric's explorer is low? But the
Yeah,
thing is, he doesn't know that Eric's going for the trading post on the left.
exactly.
He assumes Eric's going for one of these 2 trading posts on the right. And yeah, he's sending his explorer back to the other one
Yeah,
because he's thinking, oh, of course he's going to have to go for one of these.
exactly. Yeah.
Eric's smartly gone for this one on the left.
Well, to be
I
honest,
wonder if he did.
I'm not sure if it's like a real decision or that he just went for this TP because his hero was closer to this one. He didn't know about the scout, I think, before he like made the settlement for the TP. It could be, but I think it was more that he was closer to this one.
Yeah, I'm curious about that. Maybe if you did see the scout, you went for that one. So we should say that because he put the TP here, it's nice that his explorer didn't die, but it is going to be a bit more vulnerable since it is that bit closer to Mito's base.
Yeah,
So,
and
so
by
there is a
now,
chance it could
Mito
go
must
down.
have seen that he has a TP, so I wonder if this is going to trigger Mito to go for more of an H2 play before aging up. Like, for example, mixing in some doppels just to take the TP down and aging a little bit to third, a little bit later to third himself, just because it's so close by.
Yeah, that might be a nice idea actually, because Mito's TP is going to be pretty hard for Eric to get down just because it's so out of the way.
Yeah.
So yeah, he could do that. And we've seen from Mito in the past, I think he likes this 700 wood build, where I don't remember if he sends it first, but he usually sends it before 700 coin basically, and you know that kind of allows him to get down. Okay, so he's allows him to get down the barracks and that. Eric's gone with the 3 settler wagons, which is the most standard.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised that Mito's settler wagons were coming in a little bit later. I'm not sure if he just forgot it, but it doesn't matter, only a few seconds.
It's the wood build instead.
Oh wait, yeah, 700 wood, yeah, you're right, yes.
Yeah. So we'll see what he does with this. A Rax is kind of pretty.
Yeah, he must be
likely.
adding a Rax.
Yeah.
Okay, so Eric is only going for the stable, just like 3 settler wagons as you said. So this is going to be pretty standard. The question is he going to scout what Mito's doing? We see his Rex going down there, or will he get surprised?
Well, it's not though, is it?
Actually, yeah, yeah. Oh, he shift clicked it.
Oh no, he doesn't know. He might see now as his Ulans go past, but yeah, the hunt annoyingly ran over, and he notices now.
Yeah. Yeah. And actually, he's gonna work on the trading post already. Like even 5 pike could work. It doesn't have to be doppels. In fact, just 5 pike is enough as well because it's only Ulan versus Ulan.
Yeah, that's very true. So at the moment they kind of both got 7 Ulans, but Eric has that Explorer, which can kind of swing the fight a bit just by tanking.
Yeah, and look at Mito's build, by the way, 700 coins. So that says to me, like, I think he's definitely going for more Ulans and doppels just to get the mess out. I don't see why he would otherwise ship 700 coin here. So it's going to be doppels, but Eric doesn't know this yet. He doesn't have any raid in, so he doesn't scout the 700 coin. And it does mean that Mito has to make something happen soon because he's going to be like behind on eco since Eric has 3 settler wagons for quite a bit.
So I'm pretty sure Eric did actually see the Rax just as he poked in there. So he's going to know you don't get a Rax kind of that forward and not make anything. So he's going to be aware something's on the way. And he just moves over to siege this left TP, and Mito's going to siege the right one. And classic Eric splits off 2 Ulans, just going to see what damage he can get done, as we got 5 dops coming out from Mito.
Yeah, I was just quickly checking if I could see the fog of war, but I can only toggle it on for both players, not one individually. Anyway, a little bit of a raid coming in, and there we have the doppel soldiers indeed taking out the TP, and it looks like Eric might get trapped here. He has to be. He's not looking here. Whoa. Mito's going to snare him, yes. Good job there. And if he's going to split his cav, he might be able to take out everything from Eric.
Yeah, so I was just going to say Eric was watching the raid, which was why he was a little bit distracted. But yeah, he's losing a couple of Ulans here, and his TP goes down. Mito's TP saved. And what's been really nice this whole time is Mito's had a scout on these 5 Ulans, so he knows the reinforcements from Eric have just been standing there this entire time.
Yeah, and Eric chose to go with 700 coin. He just now adding a Rex, but it looks like he has a lot of coin stack actually. He's not aging.
Oh, look at the middle of the map. Oh, I thought they were going to get caught more than that, but these 5 Ulans are in huge trouble. I think they're all going to go down. That's so big. He's just lost 5 Ulans for nothing.
Yeah, I actually was surprised. Like he did make 3 doppels.
Yeah,
he didn't ship them.
The doppels are down at the bottom of the map.
Oh wow, he's totally trapped there. Look at this.
Yeah. So Eric really needs this. After losing those 5 Ulans, he's evened it up a bit. And I think Mito just lost 4 or 5 of his own Ulans just there. So Eric needed that good trade to get back in.
Yeah, but these doppels have been idle all the time. Like I'm quite surprised that Mito didn't try to do something with them, even like raiding on this herd where he had a scout.
Yeah, look at this hunt at the front. It's way out there, and these doppels are getting insane shots.
He has no answer. Yeah, exactly. And now he has more doppels from his
Minutemen even, because he's only got 3 doppels against 5. Maybe he's got some coming out the racks himself.
With good micro. No, there's too many unavailable. Yeah. This is there's the Minutemen you said, but quite late to be honest. And the Minutemen's actually are attack moving on the hero. Okay, 2 more doppels will save the day here.
Yeah,
But
that hero kind of revived at the most amazing time for him. But yeah, so
he basically tanked the shots from all the Minutemen. They were not doing any damage, and of course now they will lose their HP over time. So
yeah,
this is going to be, by the way, a nice point to raid on later. Look how many low HP villagers there are for Eric. But Mito aged up before Eric here.
Yeah, and kind of look at the resource distribution of Mito. 24 vils on coins. So I'm maybe anticipating. Do you reckon we could get some Black Rider action, some Black Rider Ulan composition, perhaps?
Definitely, yes, yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of vils to. Though I suppose because he was doing Doppel Ulan, you know, he could be continuing that composition, but mercenaries are also a strong possibility.
I'm actually, yeah, I think Black Rise is definitely a good choice in German Mirror. And the one thing that like all this time, Mito still had his trading post alive. Like Eric didn't try to come in again and snipe it, for example. It's only 300 HP left, but Mito killed the trading post from Eric, so Mito is ahead on shipments like throughout the whole game. And I think that will be really hard to catch up to. Eric just now reaching Fortress Age, but he's also he's already behind on military pop, and he's also a little bit behind in eco. There we have the Black Riders. And
the main problem for Eric is his resources are out in front of his base. So at the moment, he just needs time because Mito's got out these really strong Black Riders. And if Mito comes and starts pushing down on this hunt, you know, Eric isn't in a position to be able to defend this for, you know, another minute or so. He needs to get his own units out. So yeah, he's had to pull his villagers, and these dops are just kind of going to go down for free. Well, they might get a okay. They got a nice shot off, but you know, he's in trouble here.
He has a hurt in the back though, but he didn't hurt that well, to be honest. So it's not going to be in a safe place for him to gather either. Though Mito decides to go back versus the skirms, probably expecting a shipment as well. But look at this, like the military unit population is 55 versus just 5. So Mito in the commanding lead there.
Yeah, and he's going for this Ulan Black Rider composition, which we see occasionally in this matchup, and that's kind of just to counter the skirmish Ulan composition that unfortunately Eric seems to be going for right now. So Mito's composition kind of really hard counters what Eric's doing. So he's in trouble.
Yeah, but I think if Eric is gonna make just War Wagon and ship his War Wagon, he's fine. But he shipped 8 skirms, and that's. He just needs more time right now because this composition of Mito is definitely a lot better. It's basically, as you said, if you fight versus skirms and Ulans, then your Ulans will just kill the skirms, and the Black Rider will kill the Ulans from the other guy. So there's nothing left to block, and then your Ulans have free reign of killing everything.
Yeah. So I think Mito, he's just waiting for this veteran upgrade to come in before he fully engages in on this town center. So it's almost finished. Yeah, there we go. We can see we've got the veteran upgrades, and yeah, I think he's just seen these skirms, and he's going to hunt them down. And you know that's
there's the War Wagon, but that's probably going to be too few, too late.
Yeah, there's no way he cleans that up. Yeah, we can see the Black Riders focusing down the War Wagons.
And the skirms are on the Black Rider, but there's just too much.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, I think Eric might just GG after this. He's got 3 more War Wagons, but all the rest of his army just went down as they popped out.
That is huge, by the way. Like, imagine if those 3 War Wagons would have been there with the 8. It would be such, so much better trade for him. So it was perfect timing for Mito to go in before Eric got his next shipment. Well done there.
And yeah, so Mito's going to clean up these 3 War Wagons. And also the other problem for Eric right now is most of his vills are idle. He's got about 25 idle vills, and yeah, so he just pulls the GG.
Yeah, so to quickly summarize it then, like, I was a little bit worried that the economy for Mito might be too low, like, because you did 700 wood, 600 wood. 700 wood, 700 gold, instead of 3 saddle wagons.
Yeah.
He got a good trade catching the Ulans from Eric, seizing the trading post, where actually Eric was not paying attention. And he got down the trading post from Eric. And that means that every shipment that he had afterward came a little bit faster. Like, for example, the first shipment in the 3rd age and the 9 Ulans as well. So I'm really surprised that Eric didn't, like, finish a trading post with just a few Ulans or maybe a doppelsalt. Oh, by the way, look at this. No, are you still in the game?
Yeah, but I can't see flares when it's ended.
Oh yeah, but there's a doppelsalt near the mine from Mito on the left side, because this is like, he probably knows that Eric is always likes to raid with like 2 or 3 Ulans, so 1 doppelsalt will like decently deal with that. Maybe 2 is more secure, but anyway, it's a little bit of a protection there, so you won't get like 1 or 2 Ulan raided heavily there.
Yeah,
but then again,
that's
yeah,
really nice.
yeah, but the composition that you said, like Ulan Black Rider, we've seen that before in one of the games, I think from Kaiser, or was it? It's definitely a good composition versus people who go like to standard without scouting. But then again, it was not easy for Eric to ship 3 War Wagons at first because he had like 9 Black Riders and 6 or so Ulan at that time, so he would get overwhelmed anyway.
Yeah,
it's a tough call when you're that far behind. It was just like at first Eric lost some Ulans, and then in the back here near that gold mine, Eric did a good job trapping the Ulans from Mitoe. But in the meantime, I believe Eric sent twice 2 Ulan to raid, which all got killed without killing any vills, I think, or maybe 1 vill. I can't see it anymore. But
I also think quite a bit came down to the fact that Eric did choose to go for that more risky TP on the left, which just so he could get it up. And you know, we did mention it would be a bit more vulnerable, and having that go down was kind of an issue.
Yeah. I'm not sure if Mito's plan was this like all along from the start, or that he preferred to play it a little bit more aggressive, like even 700 coins second, just to get the mass Ulan and Doppels out, just because of the trading post placement from Eric. But it looked definitely pretty nice. And actually in Eco, for some reason, it was closer than I thought it would be, but that's probably just because of the crates from Mito. Yeah, you can say in a way, because you got a TP, it probably matters a little bit less because you get your 3 settler wagons like at 744. So it's not like that bad if you can compensate for it with making the Ulans. Like if you would, for example, do some other build or some like semi-FF or FF thing, then you have no eco and no way to pressure your opponent. But in this case, he did really make the build work. So yeah, looked good.
Yeah, that was a pretty cool game to start off. So map 2, we're now moving into Thar Desert, and it's going to be Mitoe who's going to have to make the first pick on this map, and Snow or King Eric here is going to have the counter pick for Thar Desert.
Yeah, and by the way, this being a best of 7, when is the reset? After 3 or 5 games?
It's after 4 games.
4 games,
3 or 5 games.
Yeah, 3 or 4, okay.
Yeah, so none of your options actually.
Yeah, I meant like half, so 4, yeah.
Yeah.
3 and 4. No. Okay.
So so the thing about this map is I think it's got some of the lowest hunts, so the thing is, the hunts that are on the map, while it's low hunt anyway, they're kind of a bit spread out, and they're hard to get into your town. So map control is kind of a big deal, and aggressive civs are kind of going to do well on this map, or civs that can kind of control the map with block houses or war huts, or maybe even town centers if you want to go Portugal.
I was thinking about something like that as well, because they're not per se that low. It's more that they are very far away, I think. So indeed, if you can put your town center or war hut near it, you're still fine.
Yeah.
Looks like
it does have a lot of coin mines. I should point out though as well.
Yes.
So the coin mines for Bizarrely are actually quite plentiful. So I don't know if that might influence one of their decisions or not.
Yeah, but then again, German is already off the table, so yeah, he might be calling in his helpline, or how you call it.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good.
We'll see. We don't know, but then again, he has to give this some thought, because if he picks the wrong civ, like, you don't want to get counterpicked instantly. I believe that indeed, like Russia, Aztec, maybe India is still a good choice on this map, because of what we said with the far resources, and you need to be aggressive or at least control the map. Like British can still work in a way, but then not for an aggressive civ, because you won't get out of your base.
Yeah, it's almost like do you have that show Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah, it feels like Mitoe's using his
yeah, that's what I meant. That was what I was referring to. The helpline. How do you call it? Like,
I see.
Like his
size. Yeah.
Yeah. But then again, in that show, I believe there's a limit to it, right? You can call it only twice or 3 times or something, or once. I don't know.
Well, so in the English version, you can only call once, and there's like a 30-second timer. So
Yeah,
we
yeah.
kind of need to get a timer on Mito's
30.
helpline where it cuts out drastically at the end, just as his buddy's about to answer what civ it is that he should be picking.
Yeah, I'm curious. Like, there's no Bengal on this map pool, right? It was no, but there's
No,
still Tassili.
I can post it again for
Yeah.
the spectators and you to have a look
There's
at.
still Tassili, but then again, there's a civ reset halfway through, so I think we can see some Aztec here.
Yeah, Aztec is that's a pretty good shout.
Or Dutch. Dutch
yeah,
can work as well.
I think China can sort of do okay on these kind of maps because they don't need super high resource maps since they get you know, a lot of their units from shipments and from buildings. So
Yeah, but then again, there's Manchuria left. I probably China there with the cows and stuff.
after the civ reset, that's map 5.
No, it's map. Oh wait, I didn't scroll up. Yeah, it's map 5.
Got to pay attention.
I was counting like just the maps, not the numbers. But you put them in the right order, yeah.
Yeah. Even see, I do all this work to make it nice.
Yeah. Good job. Okay, India. It's gonna be India. Yeah, that's the other choice. Okay. Well, it's good that Germany is out of the way. Oh, and there's no TP anyway on that map, so.
Yeah. So I think this pick of India is really nice. Always like to see me some India play, but I think traditionally the main counters to India have sort of been those France and Germany civilizations, which kind of require a trading post map to be pretty successful. So by kind of picking India on this map, it means that Eric doesn't have any hard counters, and we know his other 2 strong civs, which we mentioned before game 1, are Brits and France. So I mean, does he probably doesn't want to be picking Brits here, particularly just because of the low hunts against India, and France is a bit risky. I think we could see Dutch. What do you reckon? Is Dutch a possibility?
I agree. It has to be Dutch. Like I was thinking, Russia is also pretty good, and it's an option. But then again, on this map, I probably don't like. I mean, I think India is going to be better than Russia here, so I think it has to be Dutch. But then again, he's probably thinking like, if I pick Dutch now, I have to win because I'm going to face Dutch next next map. So.
Yeah. I think. I was going to say, Mitoe's thought this India pick out pretty well. The more I think about it, because it's kind of really negated the fact that Eric can counter pick with Brits or France. It's kind of taken them out of the equation a little bit. So yeah, I really like this pick from Mitoe. I think it's a pretty smart one.
Oh wow!
But Eric comes in with the nice. Okay, that makes sense as well. That's a good one.
Yeah, it does. I'm curious to see how this will play out because this means that he can be aggressive, and then it might be Mitoe struggling for the map instead of Eric.
Yeah. So for some reason, I'd forgotten a little bit about Eric playing Aztecs, but that is one of the few civs that he does know okay outside of his main European ones.
Yeah.
So actually, I think Eric might be feeling okay because, you know, this is a pretty decent matchup, I think, for Aztec versus India on this type of map. They can, you know, get a pretty good contain going. So I don't think he's going to be feeling too bad about this matchup.
It's actually an interesting point that you mentioned there. The fact that we've seen more Aztecs. Maybe it has to do with the Aztecs, you know, like Hazard's Aztec.
Oh my god!
But like Knusselberg started playing Aztec. Eric didn't play Aztec that much. Yeah, I played it a few times before, but in this tournament, it seems that Aztec can really be like the Joker card. You know, like you throw down Aztec and you get a game in your pocket.
Yeah. Especially for these maps, we've got a lot more maps where map control is important, and Aztecs. I don't think like any civ ages up faster than Aztecs. Not even like Iroquois. They just age up so fast, and you can slam down that war hut in the middle of the map, and you know no one can challenge you. So I think Mitoe is going to probably have to, you know, put a defensive aggro, and on this map that doesn't cover much. It covers like one mine and like your starting hunt and maybe a second hunt. So. And then he's going to have to push out away from the protection of his town center and away from the protection of the Agra fort, which is going to be
I think it's a good choice. Like the more I think about it, the fact that he still saves Dutch for the third map or fourth, because like Aztec should be able to deal with India on the map like this.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
saving Dutch is better and using Aztec right now. So yeah, we're gonna launch here. Took a bit of time, but yeah, everyone in the chat, we've discussed this before. Of course, it's a round of 8 match, so there's a lot on the line, and you want to be sure that you think it through and not just click in with any civ in any match.
Yeah.
Thar Desert it is. India versus Aztec. Let me update the score right away, so I won't forget.
All right, I'd say the map looks okay.
Yeah, I like how the mines are. They're like almost symmetrical. The 2 ones in the back, left and right.
I think they might be supposed to be symmetrical. I think the initial design of this map was actually there. All the resources were supposed to be symmetrical.
Well,
but,
the first mine is not, but I like it for the rest, so that's really good. No issues there.
Yeah. So, Eric going straight for this small food treasure, which normally you don't necessarily want to pick up, but as Aztec, it's more tempting just because you can get the convert on an early guardian, and kind of get that second scout out on the map, which is important just to track down the second treasures. Mitoe, however, is coming across a very nice treasure for him, 90 wood. India always wants to see this, so he's going to be feeling pretty good as one of his elephants tries to get around the tree there, but he should pick this up safely as Eric's kind of across the map.
Yeah, by the way, just quick thing. I'm zooming in here on the elephants, just for everyone in the chat there. There's a trick where you, of course, want to have both of their lines close together, so your elephants will do area damage, so that you will take them down a lot faster than if you would be only attacking one of the lions, and then the other one after. Which Mitoe is doing pretty well here, as you see. He actually only takes like 20 damage on both elephants, which is nothing for just 90 wood there. So good job. There's, by the way, still a 85 wood treasure on the left for Eric, but I believe his scouting was a little bit different. Like he went further north, so I think he hasn't scouted yet.
Yeah, we might have a bit of contention here because I believe Eric's seen the 60 food, and no, Mitoe might actually miss it. He's kind of split his elephant, so they're just gonna kind of both walk around it. Or
he's interestingly walking around though. I'm not sure if I think he has. He's waiting. Look at this. He's waiting.
Oh, okay, sure.
He must have scouted.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Maybe someone in the chat can tell me, like, if I want to see the fog of war from one player only. How would I do that? Anyway, yeah, Eric has it. Yeah. Oh no! Yeah. The stomp. No. Oh, that was nice. No, the stomp from Mitoe blocked Eric's hero from like finishing the pickup from the treasure. So. It got reset, and then Mitoe could pick it up. Yeah, that's definitely worth a try to just stomp the hero. And like, sometimes you get lucky, because I believe the stomps are quite random. But in this case, he got lucky, and yeah, he got the treasure. That's very nice for India. I mean, 60 food. India needs everything that they can get to age up as fast as possible.
Yeah.
There's also quite a good herding for Mitoe, by the way. Everything close to his town center, while for Eric it's a little bit further away.
Yeah, so Mitoe's kind of doing really well in age 1. Eric so far has only got the 30 food. He's going to get the extra 40 food. I was wondering at first why Eric decided not to chase Mitoe's elephants, because he did have the snare on them, but I think he realized because of that elephant pull trick where you can kind of get one of them to run away, he thought it would just be a waste of time following them. So I guess that's why he let him go. And Mitoe's going to come across the only other good. Wow. Yeah, this is really good for him. We should also point out it was a coin start, by the way, so both civs are kind of going to be aging slower than you might expect from them as well. But Mitoe's, he's really racking in the treasure. He's lost an he's lost one of the elephants though.
Yeah, but then again, like I think it's still worth it. I believe he probably attacked with the low HP one, so a little bit of a misclick there. But and then again, like for 90 wood, it's worth it to lose one elephant, I think. And only now Eric is gonna scout this left side of his base, and yeah. You won't even know the treasure was there. Or actually, he will probably know that he sees a dead elephant, but it's too late. So, we see 3 villagers going forward. This is pretty standard. Aztec has to take control of the game, so we'll go for a forward warhead, and Mitoe is going for defensive aggro fort.
Yeah. So, Mitoe needs to work on kind of getting these hunts in a defensive position. So, when when Eric puts on the contain, he can still gather for quite a bit of time. And yeah, I'm just looking at what resources Eric's going to gather. He's put someone on coin, which kind of indicates that maybe we will be seeing some pumas coming out and those mace shipments. So he's only got one on coin, so it's a little bit curious.
Yeah, I think he's just slowly grabbing coin while still working on the wood for the ward. He's probably going to, yeah, like he's now 250 wood, so he will change his wills, like retask it from wood to food and gold. But I'm really pretty sure that he will go for maces and pikes. I believe that's just the way to go for his India, and only mix coyotes later on. He sees the eyebrow fort. Of course, he probably expects it to be there, but now he at least confirms it. So he knows like which way he has to go around. And I really like that Mitoe is actually... Oh wait, sorry. I thought it was a Vil there. He's not bringing in this hand yet. Maybe he wants to save every walking time, but it will be an issue later.
That's what I was a little bit worried about. The hunts in Mitoe's base aren't going to last a super long time, and this hunt out on the right-hand side is actually on the side of Eric's war hut, so Eric might be able to get a lockdown on that. Also nice for Eric is that he did manage to pick up another treasure, which I feel like he kind of needed because Mitoe got both the wood ones. He picked up that 55 coin that was lying straight in Mitoe's base, and he also got a guardian from that, so that's helped even things up a bit. And yeah, so Mitoe's playing pretty standard. He's put down a market as well, so he's kind of going to get out those eco-techs and get them rolling.
Yeah, and Eric, by the way, we see that this villager was slowly gathering more coin. I believe he will get out his 5 pikes by the time the batch is finishing. And he's making a market and doing hunting dogs. So this is not going to be an all-out aggression, actually, from Eric. But maybe more like a little bit of a delayed timing push with more units, perhaps.
Yeah, and I think Mitoe's called it correctly by starting off with the Gurkhas. Occasionally you can see Aztecs, rather than doing the mace pike, they start off with a lot of coyotes, and sometimes it can be a bit risky to start Gurkhas. I know H2O thinks that it's okay to start Gurkhas anyway against mass coyotes, but sometimes it's a little bit risky. But this time Mitoe's he's called it correctly. He's got the Gurkhas out, and you know they're going to kind of outrange these mace, and they do really well against the Puma Spearmen. So
yeah, and I think what's crucial as well is that he has a very nice placement with the house and the fort, so he has a really tight spot to stand there with the Gurkhas. Of course, he has the 2 elephants still alive, TC Fire Minutemen, so I think that he should be fine. And there is nothing coming yet, so he knows that this is going to be a little bit of a delayed push, I think so. Yeah. A lot of Pumas there, but not that many maces. And if Mitoe gets out the second batch of 5 Gurkha, he will be totally fine holding this off. Eric needs more maces.
Yeah, and Mitoe's got his consular up, so we can... oh, okay, so Eric's actually going to push in. I believe Mitoe will have 300 export on the way, so hopefully for him he'll have the Minutemen available pretty soon, because he might need that. Because the siege on these Pumas are really insane, so he could take down this aggro pretty fast, even though Mitoe's got Gurkhas.
By the way, look at there how nice this fort and the house are blocking the maces. He already got off a couple of shots before the maces were even firing on the Gurkhas. And now the elephants come in, which means that he needs to use his pikemen, which means that they can't be sieging. Meanwhile, good job by Mitoe microing, picking off 1 or 2 pikemen there.
Yeah, so the aggro fort has already lost half its HP, but Mitoe's got the Ottoman consulate in, which I don't know if Eric saw that.
Yeah,
I think
he
might have done, which means that he's got the Minutemen available, so Eric kind of has to back off now.
Yeah, and that was why I was wondering, like, I usually take the thing is we've seen this before in the previous game. If you ship 600 wood, you need some time as India to be okay. So the more time you get, the more easy you will get your consulate, you have stable up as well, the market, etc. And the more time you can get here, the better you're going to be, like a better spot you're going to be, because you have just better units and more eco. So I'm not really sure if this was the best choice to go for this like market first delayed stuff, but I mean, Eric still has a good mass available. He still has 9 and 10 mace shipments. This is only what he made. He hasn't shipped any maces yet.
Yeah, I don't think Eric has to be super right, because just because he's got map control. So
he can wait it out until this next hunt is going to come in play.
Yeah. Oh, so rather unusual that he's shipped 5 coyote runners, but I think he knows that Mitoe is actually just making pure Gurkhas from now, and so I think rather than shipping the 9 or 10 mace, he's trying to catch Mitoe out before any anti-cav comes on the field. Mitoe's actually got a stable down now, but at the moment there really isn't any anti-cav. It is just Gurkhas and possible Minutemen.
I really like how Mitoe's moving back and even throwing down a little wall here. just to make sure that he won't get overrun by anything such as the Coyote switch that you just mentioned.
Yeah.
Look at this. Eric has gathered quite a force here.
Yeah, but this, I think he can get just no. Okay, it's a bit risky to push right through there, and we got some Zams out now. I don't think he can push in here.
Yeah, he will go back. He realizes indeed that this is just not a good spot to fight. He's trying to lure the army out though and then go in, but it's not working. Like Mitoe is just staying between the house and the market nicely and now going back. But then again, there's only 5 Zams and the Gurkhas will get caught by the Coyotes.
Yeah, but we can expect some Minutemen possibly on the way. He's got enough for the Ottoman Consulate. Yeah, he's got the Ottoman Consulate ones as well.
All the
Minutemen.
Minutemen.
That's a lot of Aztec stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
what's happening here? Chaos, man.
Yeah, the Aztec army's doing a bit better than I thought. Okay, the Ottoman Minutemen have come out. They're on the left-hand side.
Yeah.
And I think India's just got enough, actually.
Yeah,
I think he just cleans this up and wins the game.
He also used some settlers, indeed, to just block the Coyotes. And we saw the pikemen indeed going in melee even versus the Gurkha, but of course that's not the best thing you can do. And he lost so much, Eric, that is. Like, look at the military unit count, 12 versus 29.
Wow, yeah. We got a big score difference as well, 40 score difference. And I don't know if Eric did need to kind of go in there. I feel he could have just waited till Mitoe's hunt ran out and maybe got a better engagement on, a separate hunt.
Exactly. It's like, don't want to be too critical, but to me this doesn't make that much sense. First of all, you wait it out a little bit, and then you go in at like a bad angle when his herds are almost running out. So there's no need actually to commit there. You could have just waited, go back and like push on this herd later on in the open field, because that's the issue for Mitoe, fighting in the open field.
Yeah, and so the main issue for Mitoe was that his resources are going to run out. But now he's just killed the whole of Eric's army, and his army's big. He's totally free to just gather on the right, and his economy's in a great shape right now. And it just seems that he's Mitoe's playing it out pretty carefully still. From now, he didn't push straight back into the war hut. He's kind of just securing his hunt here. But he did ship the 4 sours actually, so he does have a bit of a spike.
Yeah,
so
I like that. I'm not sure if he correctly identified that that Eric hasn't shipped the Tainan mace before, but he will be needing some more cavalry, and he's now also making camels.
Yeah,
look at this.
Yeah, there's just not enough Aztec stuff. We got enough Zams. I think should be able to deal with the Coyotes, and all those mace are gonna get shredded by kind of the lancers that are the sours. 9 mace coming in, but they're coming in from the side of the sours. So here come the sours. And those 9 mace are just all going to get killed. And I think Mitoe just picks up this game from here. Although the Jags
3 Jaguars, yeah. But that's only going to be a temporary pushback, I think. Eric does realize that it's unfortunately not enough and is going to resign here. Mitoe played this pretty well, I think. Okay, Wicked says that he's going to be brought back. So just a quick wrap up here. I'm going to show you the post game here. What this comes down, like we've briefly gone over it throughout the game. Like Aztec has the advantage early on. The longer you wait, especially if India goes for the 600 wood first or a trickle, but let's say a more economic BO than just 300 export or something like 5 sepoy, you will have a problem with dealing with the Indian economy. If we look at the villager count, we'll see here that Mitoe is ahead, plus of course the trickle. So you won't be able to like remass the same army once you lose, and that's why you should do some damage early on. So he chose to not do any damage, which can be okay if he goes for example, a good timing on the second hunt. But then for some reason, I'm a little bit surprised that he wanted to go in from this angle, like fight under the Agra with the Vils tanking, with the town center fire. Every Minuteman was called, so the 2 from the town center plus the ones from the Ottoman consulate. And instead, like if you choose to wait that long, you might as well just wait until the herd and the gold miner is rolling out and just come in from this angle and fight in the open field. Because you saw also here that Eric's Coyotes had a little bit of an issue getting like surface area onto the Gurkha. So they were not all as effective as they could have been, for example, in a more open spot here. So I think that this was not the most ideal way to play it, in my opinion. But then again, Mitoe did a good job really like seeing what was going on, adding the Zambarak right on time because Eric wasn't pushing then. And of course the building placement was good as well. Like already at the first push he lost 2 pikemen just because he had to walk around here to get to the elephants which were going onto the mace. And later on, this little wall only helped to make the path towards these Gurkhas even more hard to reach. So well played there.
Indeed. Yeah. I'm wondering if Eric had maybe seen the Stanley Winston versus King of Osman games from last round. I don't know if you watched them, but
Yeah.
Stanley pulled out some nice Aztec rush builds. But actually, one of them was against King of Osman's India, and I wonder if Eric he seemed to play that out pretty similarly to how Stanley played his Aztec versus India out. But
I'm
this
not,
time
I'm not
with
so
a
sure
different
about
outcome.
that. I think that Stanley played it a little bit more aggressive, like the early timing we talked about, and then again, like King of Osman did a different build, a little bit different, I believe. Like the thing is, we talked about that. Actually, we casted that. I think we talked about how
Did
it
we?
affects. Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I thought I was the one getting older here. What's this, Wicked? But anyway, we talked about how kind of India puts itself in a tough spot shipping 600 wood first, because you just need some time to get things rolling, like either with walls or with like building placement and everything. And Stanley used that better to his advantage, I believe, with a more correct timing and angle on the side. But then again, I believe also that Mitoe played a little bit better than King did that game, so it's not as easy to just compare it like that. But anyway, we have the third game. So Eric is going to lock in with French, and now Mitoe can choose his
this doesn't surprise me. I think so. I think he only had two choices for this map, which was France or the Dutch that you mentioned. He might go. So I don't know if you've seen this map much, but I think it's really interesting. Iowa. I don't know if we've seen this tournament yet, but it's pretty unique just because there's kind of a middle island which has like 4 choke points. I mean, you'll see when we get into the game, but it's got 4 choke points around it. That means that it's quite dangerous to maneuver through if the enemy gets like a lockdown on it, or so
I think I know what you mean. Yeah. I think I've played in team or something, but not in 1v1. Is it similar, or you don't know that?
I don't know about the team version, but so you can move around the side of both sides pretty freely, but obviously that's a longer way to go around. And this is also a trading post map. I believe it's only got 3 trading posts, and it's a horizontal line that kind of crosses through the middle. But I really like the dynamic that the middle sort of island presents with its 4 little choke points, which you guys will see when we get into the game.
Exactly. Yeah, it can cause some, let's say, pathing issues, but then again, that's also about how you maneuver your army, and I believe that can open up some some new tactics. So I think it can be nice. I agree.
Yeah, it certainly changes the strengths of different army compositions. As you know, we've seen just in general, some army compositions favor that more open map, but fighting in these chokes, like cavalry is just as one example, cavalry is going to be a bit weaker as they can't really get the flanks on as easily. So
yeah, definitely.
Mitoe's doing his phone a friend, I guess. And he's got his answer.
I'm not... China. Okay, wow. This map doesn't have any cows, or am I mistaken, or llamas or something like that?
Let me hover over the excellent map description to find out.
But is it there?
I don't know. It doesn't mention it. We'll go with none. I don't think it's got any. But it does have a trading post, so that'll be good for France, and possibly I don't know. Sometimes we see China taking that trading post. Sometimes we don't. I think they're pretty happy to fast fortress.
Well, if I remember correctly, this map has quite far trading posts, right? So it's not that easy to defend it.
No, China won't be able to defend it that well if it does choose to go for one. So yeah, maybe Mitoe will just choose to play it out pretty standard with the straight FF.
Then again, like thinking about if this is gonna be the matchup, if French is gonna go for some colonial play just to take out the TP, I'm not sure China's that bothered, because they will be an age ahead and have a better army composition anyway.
Yeah. So I don't know if you know too much about Eric's French, but are you expecting the standard 5 hussar semi-FF, which is I think normally what we see, or you did mention a bit of age 2 play there?
That's more like, I was thinking about if the TPs are far, you can try to take it out, but that's more like, for example, I don't know, British putting some pikemen there or something like that. I mean, with French, if you go for H2 play, whether it's going to be pikemen or musketeers, or you make additional hussars just to siege it down, you're going to be so much later in the third age, and I think you put yourself behind more than just taking down a trading post for your opponent. And knowing Eric, he likes, I mean, he's a really good player at playing the more, let's say, standard builds and playing that out, so I fully expect him to go for more of a semi-FF thing.
Yeah.
A little bit of raiding and then probably Skirm Core heavy. But we'll see. Maybe he's going to surprise us.
Have you got the map loaded up?
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
So wait, let me see about the herds. Is that there's a bison there?
I think it's fine. The herds look fine to me.
I agree. It's fine. Good.
Oh, okay. So Mito's actually going to scout with his goats. You know, that can sometimes be pretty risky against France, as they've.
I think he knows the map, so he knows he will have time. I'm fully expecting him to go like this, that, and then back.
Yeah. But that's a really nice touch, though. You know, that's something you can do with your starting livestock that not many people do. I guess it won't fatten as fast, but I think it fattens in time anyway. So
I think
he's actually going to lose.
He's not having a house anyway, so I think it's fattened about the same. I think he has that from team players. I'm pretty sure. We always scout with cows, man.
So he did go for that trading post.
Exactly.
Actually. All right. I'm a little surprised, but it's pretty viable. So yeah, I should.
Yeah, but it's like what we were saying before. Like, look at how far this is from him, but look at how far it is from Eric. Like, are you really gonna make a Rex and put 5 or 10 Musk there? Are you really gonna make like 5 additional hussars to stay there all the time and siege it? Oh wow, he gets the first pass as well. So he took the right trading post. I assume that he knew this map, so goes for the left one right away.
You can tell you can tell Mito's practiced these maps and that he knows which trading post to get, exactly how he should be scouting with his goat, so it doesn't get captured by Explorer or anything. So he's practiced pretty well for these maps, and we can see France actually, because it was a coin start for France, they don't get the luxury of having that fixed crate start and being able to go for a TP that China can. So actually China's the one with the trading post and France is the one with the market.
Yeah, and Mitoe has picked up 90 coin, 30 coin, and Eric has 40 coin and 60 food, and now an additional 80 XP plus the 40 before. So he will get his 3 villagers a little bit faster than usual.
Yeah, well, Mito's northern refugee shipment has come in. So the thing about getting the trading post is he's actually only going to get 2 villagers for that. So it's not a super strong shipment, but since he's got a trading post, he's going to have so many shipments anyway that it doesn't matter him going for that. And Eric's just going to go for this 80 food with his Explorer, which should come in time to help him age up a bit faster, I think.
Yep, I agree there. Meanwhile, Mitoe had scouted at find a native warrior there. Just some little bit of defense here later on when he's going to get raided. Not that useful right now.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty nice though if Eric does go for this 5 hussar semi-FF. Even just a single tomahawk is going to help out immensely.
Sorry, yeah. And there's 90 foot that China is going to get. There's another 90 foot right below it, guarded by 2 bears. And there's another 90 foot on the right side, which is going to be got by Eric.
He's going to see. Do we know if Eric's got a crack shot or not? Oh no, he doesn't because he's backing up. Oh, okay, but Mito's heading down anyway to find this other food treasure. Yeah. So there won't be any still incoming, but Mitoe will get 290 food. So,
but this is actually quite interesting. Imagine if Mitoe had run to the right side, he would have had like 90 plus was it 60? No, 3 times 90 food right away.
Yeah, well, more important than that, look at the health on Eric's Explorer. Like a trading post wouldn't be able to go up. We can see Eric's got 200 wood now, and he's going to get that trading post up fine. So that could have actually gone really bad for Eric. He could have lost the treasure and a trading post, which would not have been a great start. Already been 0-2 down.
Yeah. Oh wait, actually, good that you mentioned it. Let me fix the score. 2-0.
Alright, yeah.
By the way, we see that Mitoe is going to send his Tomahawk. He's probably trying to find if Eric's going to build a TP, looking the direction that Tomahawk is going for. But he's going to be too late, so his TP will go up.
Yeah. Pretty good herding from Eric. He's getting both of his hunts in this game, so that's nice. And yeah, it just looks pretty standard so far. Mito's aging up with the Summer Palace. That's what you'd expect from China players these days. I think 95% of China games, you're aging up with the Summer Palace there. And yeah, both players just scouting around.
Yeah,
Mito's, yeah,
there's no
yeah,
forward villages, so Eric is just going to go for a semi, I think.
yeah. And we're expecting that stables to come down and see if he can get any villagers with that. And I guess the one thing about starting off with a trading post is that you don't get 2 villages, and that second village is it's oh, never mind. He's going to put down a second village anyway. I was going to say, like, having that second village helps you defend against the raids so much easier because you've just got more places to garrison the villages, and it just helps out a lot. So the second village is going to protect the second coin mine and a bit of this hunt as well.
Yeah, I think because of all the food treasures that he had, he was able to just gather some more for, like you said, just to make sure you get the second village down on time.
Ah,
A Rex coming up from Eric, and immediately scouted by Mitoe.
yeah. That's interesting. Yeah. So we were kind of expecting the stable, but he's going to go for the Rex instead. So
It's going to be...
that might offer him a bit more siege potential if he does choose to go for this trading post. Or
Yeah, well, he has only villagers on food and gold, so this is going to be Musk. So maybe he's going for the TP after all, but that's going to be quite a walk, and like he probably will get it down with 10 Musk, but then what are your 10 Musk going to do later on versus China in the third age? I'm not sure what the plan is here. We'll have to see. 5 Musk coming out.
But so they're going to go straight to Mito's base. So yeah, I think this is the better option than seizing the trading post. And I guess the advantage they have over Hussar is they don't have to path around everything to kill vills. They can kind of get a decent volley in a medium range. So this might mean that Mito's going to have to be a bit more careful at protecting his villagers. He can't leave them out there necessarily against musketeers. And yeah, so he's just going with this.
At the same time, the TC does a lot more damage versus the Musk than versus the Huss. So, he's going for the second TP actually, with the 700 wood.
Yeah.
Second batch of Musk coming as well. So actually, by the way, this is an interesting thing. Do you like to wait for the 5 Musk to arrive and then go in with 10, or do you want to go in with 5 already?
It's always awkward. I think that Eric was just checking his hunts up front, and he's going to get a couple of volleys. And see, this is the thing now, that village is low HP, so Mitoe has to be really careful where he places that one out. But he does get a disciple, and but yeah, this explorer is going to lose a bit of health as well.
It's going to be 15 Musk, so actually quite nice poking here.
Yeah.
Wait, Mitoe shipping 300 export, not 700 coin.
Whoa!
Oh wait, he ate. Oh, he does the same thing. Yeah, he ate with the 700 without 700 coins, similar as he did at the Bengal game. He might get a villager here if he. One villager down.
More than one.
Oh, that's
really low.
Ooh!
Oh no, he doesn't. He only gets one.
It's greed. It's always greed, man. He always wanted. He split his Musk to get like the second village as well, and then he wasn't able to shut down the first one on time. But still, he's causing a lot of idle time as well, so this is just fine. Like he will be aging up soon himself.
Yeah, and he even went for this extra batch of muskets, so he's going to be able to stay under this TC fire for even longer. And look, Mito's got some low HP vills, and he gets out the red coats, which should be enough to defend, along with the TC fire. So he's actually going to push King Eric back.
Yeah, but to be honest, what happens when Mitoe ages up? Will the red coats age up because they are third age stats, or will they not because they were made in the second age?
I think they auto upgrade. That's something we can find out. I don't know for sure the answer on that, but I'm pretty sure they auto upgrade actually.
Because I think this is playing out a little bit better for Eric than I thought it would actually with the Musk poking. Yeah. But I mean, 2 TP France, like they have a lot of shipments as well. As soon as he reaches third, like the 8 skirms, the 2 cannons, the cuirassiers. So this is still this is still a close game. Can't call it either way.
Yeah, Eric tried to swing around with these musketeers, and I think he knew there's quite a lot of Mito's vills that were like, only 1 or 2 shots away. So he was looking for just to finish them off. But Mitoe anticipated it pretty correctly, had his army in the right position. So those 3 muskets, there's only 1 left now. They won't be getting too much done. And Mito's got another village coming down, so he's securing himself a bit more resources.
By the way, the answer is indeed that the red coats do upgrade with you as soon as you're aged. I was thinking, like, if you force him to make the red coats earlier, would that be a waste? Because there won't be a third age shipment, if you know what I mean, like with the card. But that doesn't matter, so it's still fine for Mitoe that he called the red coats this early to save his base.
Yeah, so I'm curious to see what composition Eric's going to go for, because sometimes we see against China, people like to do this, the cuirassiers. But no, okay. So he ships dragoons. I
Yeah, and
think
he's
we saw
making
from
goons as
Raphael
well.
maybe earlier. Yeah. Okay, so that's a bit more standard. That enables you to kind of do the kite in place, so you can just get a big number of skirms out, a big number of dragoons, and kind of kite back from China, and that can work quite well, especially in these choke points, because China maybe can't get the surround that they normally like with all their melee units.
Yeah, and Eric, I know he has pretty good micro, so he might just want to start with this composition and later on add the cuirassiers. I believe you do have to add cuirassiers, because otherwise you won't be able to effectively block like the China mass and cavalry coming at you. So
Yeah. And Mitoe should clean up these musketeers.
finally, yes,
Eric was
dancing around
Eric's
here,
looking
just
for these
annoying.
low HP villages, but he's not finding them.
There's one actually. Oh no, it's gonna be 2 shots.
Yeah. So eight skirms have arrived. I think that might mean that that's enough units for Eric to kind of start poking in and trying to get some volleys down. Or he's got his goons moving off to the left. I'm just
Yeah,
wondering
that's
where
interesting.
are they going?
No, I doubt he will. It will be too much time. I think he has a good window to just start poking around and only fully commit when there's cuirassiers on the way.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with that. I think he's got enough now that he can kind of start poking in. He does have this native scout that's stealthed on this hunt. So
yeah, he wants to come from the other side, and this is what you talked about before with the map. Like Mitoe is going left, probably expecting a push from the center, and then Eric is going around having information with his native scout, and he's coming in from the right side angle.
Yeah, and I think Eric's kind of got enough dragoons against kind of these. Okay, so Mito's got another batch of cavalry out, but I think Eric should be able to kite this, and he's gonna get villages.
He's gonna get a fill barely, yeah.
Is he going to be caught out of position though? He needs to come back to protect these skirms. Yeah, he does so definitely in time.
I'm surprised he's going back with the skirms. I thought he would be kiting a little bit more, given that he even has enough goons to, even if there's another cav badge, he will still be okay microing his way out of this. But he chooses to go back. Probably wants to play it safe.
Yeah, I think. Okay.
I see. 2 Falcons.
He knew he had 2 Falconets, and that kind of And anytime you're shipping 2 Falconets, you always feel like compelled. Just
exactly.
Like even if it's a great time, you're like,
By the way,
I think I'll just wait.
This is going to be interesting again. Now that Mitoe is kind of following Eric in that spot, and then Eric is going to come from the center, it looks like, with his Falconets. Meaning that if he goes straight ahead, of course he has not all the information yet, but now he will know that Mitoe is out of position, just getting down a TP. I think he should go straight away, as he's doing, to Mitoe's base and kill some villages and, for example, a house or so.
Yeah, he's going to see what damage he can get done. And the thing is, all these infantry from Mitoe, they're so slow. It's going to take him like a good half a minute, 40 seconds to get back. And so Mitoe's okay. He's got a lot of vills on the right, but they're safe for now. Yeah, Eric's looking to try and get damage done, but he's not really finding it.
Not yet, indeed. He has to get something happening here because he did lose a TP. Otherwise, it's going to be just for free. He will take one house before the engagement is going to happen, I assume. So that's okay-ish.
I guess it's okay because it's gonna. Mitoe's actually popped at the moment, so that's like gonna super pop him. So there definitely won't be any more reinforcements coming. And he does get a Vil. I do get the feeling though that he was maybe hoping for a bit more than that when the whole of Mitoe's army was out on the right side.
Yeah. But he's going back now, and I think this is also a smart choice. We see it. He has cuirassiers in queue. So I think with 5 or maybe 5+3 shipped, cuirassiers in front, he definitely has a superior army.
Yeah, Mitoe's drastically trying to get unpopped right now. He's still at 114 out of 100.
So he needs to make another house, yeah. Meanwhile, Eric is going to take out the TP from Mitoe. But then again, Mitoe is going to push in the center here. Just going to take out the second TP of Eric. This is going to be a nice dance around the lakes here. This is interesting.
Yeah, that's pretty much what this game has been so far. They're just kind of checking out the scenery, walking around, but
checking out the scenery. Yeah, I do have to say I like this here.
Yeah,
even some swans here in the lake.
Yeah, they've just been avoiding each other really. Neither army is that confident.
But I think that both of their armies are building up. But I think that the key here. Oh, look at the cuirassiers! They're going to go raiding. By the way, this is a 3 shipment. But I really would love to see them mixed in with the army. Actually, I believe that raiding is a big risk.
Yeah, that's because that's a lot of resources to take away from your main army.
Exactly.
If the big fight does go down,
The problem is that
however,
his
the
cannons
potential
can't
for
run that easily. So if he has to go back here and kite away,
yeah, okay. He's running now as he's going in for the raid.
by the way, look at
Maybe
this. Look at this
realized that it
timing.
was a bit risky.
The cuirassiers came in like
Yeah.
5 seconds after Mitoe shipped the Chengdo on the left house here. Otherwise, he could have shipped them straight into the cuirassiers. But that's going to be a nice raid, at least if we're going to delay him. Oh, the cannons!
He's got a falconet down already, though.
Yeah, and the second. Oh. Yeah, that's the issue with these cavalry. They have this range, man.
Yeah, and you know, Eric's cuirassiers, as we were talking, are out of position, so the falconets go down straight away. A lot of the skirms go down as well. Luckily, I think Eric can escape a bit through this choke point. That's kind of helped him get away. Maybe if that was in an open area, I think his whole army would have potentially gone down there. But Mitoe is on the chase. It's just a bit awkward through this like really small choke point.
and all the units China has.
Yeah,
he's like moving everything forward, reselecting all small groups, I guess.
Yeah,
and by the way,
there's like more choke points as well, which Eric really needs. So his cures are gonna link up.
He is using the map to his advantage now in a very good way. But finally, indeed, his cuirassiers are going to be merged with the rest of his army. But that's the issue. Like, if you ship your 2 cannons and you don't make something happening, then you split up your army. You are really vulnerable, and you're of course very slow in retreating back. And now every TP on the map is cleaned up.
Yeah, and Mitoe seems happy with that. He's not going to push the issue anymore. I think he probably does feel a bit uncomfortable in this weird part of the middle of the map. He doesn't want to take an engagement there. And oh wow, Swiss pikeman for Eric.
Wow. Okay, interesting.
Yeah,
because Mitoe has so much cav, he really needs to have an open field here to fight. Otherwise, his cav is just going to be stuck into each other. But with this Swiss pikeman,
he's losing a lot.
Yeah, Eric is doing a good job picking off units one by one here. But that's the issue with the Chinese army, man. There's so many units and so many different types. You have to move them all back. And they're going to be bumping into each other like this. Yeah.
I think he lost like a good 10 pikes or redcoats.
Yeah, a few skirms as well. Retreat. But indeed, most importantly, picking off the anti-cavalry.
The map was so awkward for him to escape. Oh, he's
yeah.
You've seen it, the Manchus.
And so they're going to counter. But it's interesting, actually, if they get in a good spot, the Swiss pike will do better than the Manchus probably. Oh, look at this! He's trying to catch the army.
Yeah.
But Mitoe's army is already fighting while not everything is there already.
Yeah. So the Manchus have got a good position, but so do the Swiss pikemen. Yeah, I think the Swiss pike has torn through all these Chinese cavalry.
But then again, like
getting a bit low though.
All the cuirassiers are getting taken out on the right side by the Manchus, and only now the skirms are moving into position to deal with them. I feel this trade was better for Mitoe, given how much. You don't think so?
I don't know. I think it went okay for Eric actually. He can kind of kite out of here now. Yeah. And he didn't lose any dragoons. Like his whole dragoon mass is fine.
He can just reinforce with cuirassiers. That's true. He doesn't have to make any goons for now.
Yeah.
Well, let me put it like this. I thought Eric would make like a better victory. Let me put it like this. But I think Mitoe did a good job positioning the Manchus on the right, because Eric's skirmers were first stuck on the left behind his goons. So that way he got off more value from them.
Yeah. And just some really nice kiting still by Eric. Like these redcoats can't really get off many shots, and they're just being taken down. Mitoe's going to keep pressing the issue. He's got a batch of cavalry, but I don't think that's going to be enough against these dragoons.
Yeah, but this cavalry is going to the center. I find out that Eric's vills are there. So while Eric is kiting away, really good, he's going to lose a lot of vills in the center.
Wow. Yeah, and Eric's got his goons now. He's trying to move them around, but that's a huge.
Then again, there's
raid,
a big raid on left bottom here as well by Eric. So.
All right, blimey, it's all going down right now.
It's chaos everywhere. That's the best games.
Yeah.
So Mitoe's going to send his Manchus back to deal with the cuirassier raids. I believe they killed a few vills, like just 3 or something.
Yeah, I'm having a look at the recalculated economic unit population. It seems pretty even for both players right now, and the armies seem honestly pretty even as well. He might, if he can catch these kills though, that's pretty big, and he might do with the
barely get. He will, oh, nice that Eric regrouped them, so they went in a horizontal line, then in a vertical line. I think the snare with the range cav, yeah.
Oh, in the middle though, in the middle. Have a look at the middle.
Yeah.
Mito's
Okay.
army's going to get caught out by possibly. He needs to get his
Oh,
camp back. The
yeah, exactly.
Manchu
If he
are on
can
the
just
way back.
snare this, he will be able to do a very good fight. And you see the Manchus coming back while the other cavalry is still chasing Eric's cuirassiers.
Yeah.
Eric decides.
Okay.
Okay, wow, Mito's chipping
Interesting.
13 Chukanus. That's kind of an interesting shipment at this point. Oh, he did upgrade them though.
Okay. So H3 Chukanus. I guess
Yeah.
he just wants the army out right now.
I guess so indeed. But then again, like Eric, like he has shown very good micro already, he can outrange the Chukanus.
Yeah. So I think he went for the army just because a lot of the resources are running out. Like the more I look at the hunts, I mean,
Yeah.
we saw Eric gathering in the middle of the map, and that's just because the hunts have kind of run out on his side. So he just seems to have enough resources in the bank for at least the next few minutes though, and he's got this hunt on the left hand side.
What I do like
think
to see more, by the way,
yeah.
is that people take this trading post and do the upgrade so that you get your bisons at your TC. A lot of people forget about it.
Ooh, that would be very nice actually. They could definitely both.
Oh, look at
use
this. He identified probably that Eric must be going to that mine by now, or more or less. Around this time, he's going to push that angle. And Eric is totally expecting some pressure on the left side here. Good that his house, by the way, gave him line of sight. He's now able to save his villages. So quick tip for everyone in the chat. Always get some line of sight with something like a house there. Otherwise, the cavalry might have run in and snared every ville and you might have lost like 6-7 there.
And instead of sending his army to, defend, he's actually going to go on the attack. So that's one option you can do when you see the other guy's armies.
I like that, man. The best defense is no offense, right?
Yeah, and he might just finish gathering all the coin from this mine before he needs to retreat. So it's only got like 100 left. So
it's gonna be out before this anyway, and he's gonna retreat. Yeah. But then again, he has no mine left. He only has the center mine, which Mitoe runs past with his Manchu. So there's a big raid from Eric here, but it's not really getting any damage done. So he's now really out of position, and Mitoe's just gonna push his base. Looks like.
Yeah, I thought we were going to have a base trade, but Eric's sending his skirms back. And okay, no, so he's going to go back. He doesn't feel comfortable to take the base trade, or maybe he feels that he can actually just clean up this whole army.
You know what?
And actually, his cheers are going to get a nice raid on as well.
Yeah, exactly. In the middle, they're just going to be running around each other. But I really think, look at the amount of cavalry Eric has. He shipped 1k coin to mass some more. I really think he should not be engaging before cavalry combat arrives from him. It's going to be such a much better trade for him if he fights after that.
And
I think he has to stall.
If Eric can get these Coureurs de Bois involved in the fight as well, we got some Coureurs de Bois in the middle on the hunt. That might be able to help out as well. And
he's putting back Mitoe's army. He's not committing.
Yeah.
Oh wait, he's going in again. Some villagers have to be really careful here.
Because I don't think Mitoe wants to take a fight in this middle section, right? So it's just a bit awkward for him to find a nice area. And
he's going to lose a few villas, so by now we have 50 versus 37 eco pop. And Mitoe is a little bit indecisive. He doesn't really know what to do. Should I commit to taking out the stable or should I not? And this is all the time. This is good for Eric because his eco is better and he's just like avoiding the battle. And yeah, this is good. Oh, by the way, now we see Mitoe taking the TP and taking the Cheyennes here. Cool.
At the same time, though, pretty good raid. But yeah, those bison are going to be nice. And yeah, this has just been like a really slow base trade sort of thing.
He's getting a lot, 4 more vills there. But then again, look at the center. There's going to be dog soldiers. Look at this.
Whoa.
Gonna take out all the skirms.
Yeah, Eric needs... Crikey, Eric needs to get his cavalry there pretty fast. They're on the way. The Coureurs de Bois are trying to tank the shots, which they'll do pretty nicely. But at the same time, he's going to lose his town centre and, a lot of his infrastructure.
Exactly.
And he gets the dogs out of there as well. Just loses one.
Yeah, and... Yeah, Eric probably has to go back to defend his base, otherwise he's going to lose every house and production building. But he should, I believe that, as you mentioned, he should just grab his vills and fight with it. It's his only chance. Like, if he loses his army, he's going to lose the game anyway. So you might as well use your vills. It's all or nothing at this point.
Yeah, I think he is. He's got his vills on the left coming in. I guess he's still got Minutemen available, right? So...
yeah, they will tank a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the villagers go up front. That's really good.
Oh, he's pulling all his vills. There's more on the left coming in as well.
There's villagers from every angle. Every Coureurs de Bois is joining, fighting for his home country. Black Riders on the way. Perfect timing there on the left side for the cavalry.
Blinding.
Wow. He should be moving some villages even closer to the battle, I think, but they're tanking so much. Wow, Maya shipping 8 Chukanus, by the way. But I think Eric is going to clean this up. Look at how many Cuirassiers are still alive. They can get some surface area onto the Chukanus and skirms there.
Yeah, the dog soldiers are right next to the Black Riders, which is they don't want to be there. And most of the anti-cav seems to be cleared up, so the cures might be able to finish the rest of this up.
Exactly.
The dog soldiers have bizarrely cleaned up the Black Riders on the left.
Yeah, but there's 800 HP on those things, man. That's crazy. But there's still enough goons available, I think, though. Oh, this is going to be really, really close. Like, he's microing his heart out. Both players are. Cav on the skirms again. He still has a few Musk and Manchus left to take out the Cuirassiers. And the goons are now taking out the last of Mitoe's cavalry on the left side here. And it looks like Eric will clean this up barely, but at the cost of a lot of villagers. Look at this. Now it's 37 versus 26. So he has saved his base, but he really needs to make sure that he's going to make something happen immediately. Otherwise, he's just going to lose
good. So he's pulling the couriers. I mean, to be fair, the couriers can't go anywhere else. Look, there's absolutely no hunt on his side of the map, so he needs to send them into the middle. And Mitoe doesn't want to get these Chews caught out of position. That could be an issue for him. And some of his reinforcements on the right as well.
Yeah, Mitoe has to.
And in the middle, we got 3 more pikes coming.
Yeah, Eric is looking to snare this army, and he just has to take out a few pikes, and then his Cuirassiers can do the rest. And it's now 40 versus 32 army population. Mitoe is going back into Chew pike because he has no more gold, and he's really low on eco as well.
Okay. Blimey. Yeah, I think like his last 10 shipments or so have all been like military. And finally, he needs to pull back these pikes.
Yeah. He has quite some pike actually there on the right side. But Eric finally shipped the cavalry combat, but it came way after that battle, so it didn't really do much there. But it's gonna make the Cuirassiers a little bit more tanky right now. Although there's quite some pike, and look at how much Mitoe is reinforcing. Another cav badge even. Yeah, that's the eco advantage kicking in here.
He's doing a good job focusing the goons down with the Chews. You can see the Chews moving in. Oh, they're going for the kills.
Likewise, Eric's doing a good job focusing down the cavalry and staying out of range as much as possible. Mitoe is taking out another goon. There's only 3 goons left, but there's no more cavalry, and Eric is just gonna have to kite for his life here.
Yeah, and he does need to kite because Mitoe's just got the bigger Chew count. There's only like 8 or 9 skirms there, and I think the issue was because of the last big fight. Like Eric said, no reinforcements. Because all his couriers were fighting, so that's why we just see no reinforcements from him. And at the same time, Mitoe's going to come in the middle, and you know, there's no defense against these walls. So I think Mitoe's done enough. I think
there's not a big raid coming in the center here.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, Eric's just got nothing. He's got a batch of 4 cures, but that's a lot more idle time. Yeah, and if he's not watching on the left at the same time, like these Chews are going to get another couple shots off as well.
Yeah, they're going to take out. Whoa, yeah, almost another skirm. Oh, he has 5 more Cuirassiers though. He managed to make 5 more.
Yeah,
he lost 4 more vills.
He's gonna need to get a good fight somehow, but
I think it's time to bring in the Coureur de Bois again.
Again for the 4th time or so. Yeah.
yeah. And actually, Mitoe's cavalry is out of position. If Eric can take this is his best fight he can get at this moment. Like it's this or nothing.
Yeah, and the
skirms are not in there.
Yeah. He's got another batch of cav there at the bottom.
Yeah.
That might be okay for him.
It's looking really grim right now.
Yeah. Even more cavalry coming in. The Cures are getting a nice angle. The pikemen have been focused down well. We got 4 more cav on the right hand side. I don't know. Yeah.
That's it. GG. Wow. That was quite some game. 28 minutes long. Eric requesting a short break. I can understand that. No problem.
Yeah.
Well. Wow. I can't happen to wonder like. If you go through these shipments from the players, and then you see how desperate they both get at the end, like Mitoe shipping 9 pike, 8 Chukanu, all from the 2nd age, because every unit counts. He just needed as much as he can get. You see it in this case when it's going to be such a long, drawn-out game. China can still kind of resort back to the Chukanu pikeman combination, which only costs food and wood. rather than being dependent on the coin mines further out on the map. While Eric, of course, he does need coin for every unit that he's going to make in the third age. Every useful unit. I mean, crossbow not that useful. So, but if you look through these shipments, I actually really think that I like the Black Riders, and Eric was buying enough time to get them out to the town center and had a good spot. But I can't like stop wondering, what if you would have shipped the cavalry combat first? Like, there were so many cuirassiers and goons there. Like, maybe even instead of 7 skirms or so, or I might even like prefer to put all your gold into more goons rather than into, like, 7 Black Riders cost 1k gold. I think I'd rather just make 10 goons, or just 5 goons and 5 more cuirassiers with that gold. I really feel that like the key for France to win this matchup is by going cav heavy, and by that you do need your cuirassier cards, which means the third age card and perhaps even the second age card, just because it makes them a lot more tanky. I think by now no, this is only the third age card. Otherwise, that would be 650 or something, or 600 or so. But you need your HP so you can tank a little bit more versus the pikemen, while your skirms in the back can then deal with the pikemen up front, and then your couriers just ram through. But it was really a tough game. It was a lot of moving around here, left and right, like around these lakes. Really close fights, and very well played by both. Tough game, a lot of stuff going on. And yeah, Mitoe in the end, what was I think also a game-moving decision here is what we talked about before, taking this native TP. You see that all the bison here are kind of cleared up, so that's what, like, I know 4k food or something. I don't know how many bison these are. Like, anyway, a lot of food here, which allowed him to get us safely and not going out on the map, because we saw Eric was raiding here, Eric was raiding here. And because Mitoe could get us safely around his TC, he was able to amass a bigger army at that mid phase of the game. And of course, the 10 Cheyennes, or no, 10 Lakota riders, they did a lot of work as well. Like 800 HP is ridiculous. Nerf natives. Anyway,
yeah, those things were. Wait, you say? Oh, like, I'm out of the game. They had 800 HP.
I believe I clicked on one which has 800 HP. Yes, it's crazy.
Yeah, I was thinking those things look strong, because I remember saying in the middle of the game, all the Black Riders have got a good position on the dog soldiers, and like 20 seconds later, I think I was saying,
well, there were like 8 or something.
Clean them up.
yeah, exactly. And I think
crazy, 800.
Yeah, but wait. I think there's an upgrade on them. I think there's maybe an upgrade in the TP, and also, no, that's not the HP. No, wait. I think Mitoe, the cards from Mitoe in the third age probably affect that cavalry as well. Like, he must have sent.
I don't think China gets an upgrade for the coats.
Look, double. Oh wait, no, that's only for iron flow and meteor hammers. Wow, is that really 800 HP? That's not like, that's ridiculous.
Was that? Yeah, okay.
That doesn't make sense.
Wait, did you click on it? Because I'm still out.
Yeah, really I'm pretty sure. We can watch it back in the stream, or someone can make a clip of it. But I'm pretty sure it was 800. Maybe it was 600, but I won't go any lower than 600. That's my final offer. No, really, but then again, they do have 0.1 resistance, unlike cuirassiers with 0.2, similar to other cav, although the Chinese cav is on 0.3. But yeah, so maybe some improvement with the cav order, but then again, the card order, I mean, but then again, yeah, really close game, really well played. We see Eric outgetted Mitoe, but then again, Mitoe had a little bit more of the shipment value, I think. And yeah, at that point, he had to defend with the cuirassiers, but he lost, coureurs de bois, but he lost a lot of them, and wasn't really able to come back after that. While Mitoe, kind of feeling that he already won, I mean, not already, but kind of was in a better position, just went back, stalled the game, reinforced with his better eco, and yeah, won it like that. So good job. Mitoe up 3-0 now. Also, one thing that really mattered, I think, is the fact that he raided with the cuirassiers. Like, you just need at some point to grab all your army together, and if you raid with, let's say, 3 cuirassiers on the side, it's fine, but 3 cuirassiers compared to, for example, a few Huss or a few Ulan, it's already so much more resources and pop. So if Eric had his cuirassiers together with the cannons, I actually think that he could have blocked all the cavalry and would have a way better fight there.
Yeah.
I think that was a
Yeah.
bad call.
All right.
But, yeah.
Sorry, I've been out of it a bit. I've just been checking up on some stuff. But yeah, no, I really like how that map plays out just in general. With you can't take like you have to be really careful about taking fights in the middle. So we just kind of saw them, for the first like 15 minutes, all like walking around in various places, and then like when they do have fights in the middle, they kind of got to kite back out through the chokes and stuff. Like,
It was indeed fun how that played out, like you were
Yeah.
describing early on, like dancing back and forth around the map.
Yeah. All right. So, was that Mito's pick first?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And he's gone for Brit. And apparently you need to update the scores as well, or something.
Yeah, I do that next game because the game is just finished.
All right. Maybe it's a preemptive comment.
A preemptive.
I don't know.
Okay, I see where this is going.
Like, I'm just being fielded like comments like left and right.
Yeah, no problem. Okay. I'll update it as soon as we get into the game.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, okay. Looks like we've got a British mirror. Blimey, I'm not sure I've seen this matchup yet. This tournament, pretty excited for this one. So, but to be fair though, I don't think we've seen it on Herald Island. So that might
yeah, that's definitely true.
Yeah. Have you had much experience with this map? Because it's also one of the newer ones.
I only play it in team. Actually, I think it's first of all it's interesting, but that can mean a lot of things. You have that stroke on the left side where you can't wall, but there are resources and you can still use it as a raiding path.
Yeah.
But the center, I like the center part of the map mostly. I think it's a fine map. Yeah, I like it.
All right, cool. So yeah, we're gonna have a British mirror on Herald Island, and again, this is like Eric needs to win this game, or else he's gonna be eliminated 0-4 here. But this is probably one of the matchups I imagine he would have played.
Yeah, it's one of his best civs, and he also is pretty good at this matchup. Then again, Mitoe is also good with the British, I think. So it's not going to be easy for either one. Mitoe is up 3-0, and as you said, match point.
Yeah, I can only just see the hunts because of the Save and EP recorded game,
same.
but I'm wondering if that looks like a rehost. Mitoe might be down a hunt. I think he's down a hunt, isn't he?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I will.
Well, I think he's more than down one hunt, to be honest. I think he's actually down. Like the other one is further away as well, like the second one might back her.
He did say to let him know if it was him. So I really think this should be rehosted. Yeah. If that was one of us playing, I think we'd want a rehost. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the other ones will back her to it's a bridge mirror. You can't just play it like this.
Yeah, that's the other problem in a mirror. It often feels that the position of the hunts can matter even more than a regular game. Especially with a British mirror, they're all going to disappear so fast when you've got like 90 vills out at like 7 minutes total on the map, just gobbling them all up.
And there's vills everywhere, and the more vills you have everywhere, the more raidable there are as well with musks later on and stuff like that. So
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, right. We're going to have to watch the recorded game count now because 2 restarts would put us at 9. So I think we'll be okay. But if Eric does come back for like the 4-3 sweep, we'll have to watch out.
Wait, it's the fourth game, right? Are you messing with my head now? This is the fourth game plus 2 restarts. That makes 6. So how do you get to?
But this is the final limit. Like if we have another restart at some point, like and they go the full 7 games.
Oh, you mean to go to full 7? Yeah. I thought you were putting some metrics on me, but that's not the case. But yeah, I agree. It's something we have to keep in mind on later on. But who knows what's going to happen here? I hope Eric is going to take a game so we can continue this series, because it's been a nice watch so far.
Yeah. Right. I've got the map loaded up, and it's hard to see because I'm just looking at the blobs at the moment because it's got the save game thing up. 1, 2.
The third
And
is a
he's
little
got
bit
his 1,
further.
2.
The third is further for Eric. Like both have
Yeah,
two close, and then the third one is
it's definitely further for Eric,
yeah.
but it's not as bad as before. What do you reckon?
Yeah, it's not as bad definitely, but I think it's too far actually. Oh wait, by the way, Mito has his cliff there, so that kind of probably makes it even. Like
Yeah,
there's 1, 2 there. There's 2 here.
yeah, that's what I'm looking at. I think it's okay. It's a
I think it's
bit
fine.
worse
Yeah.
for Eric, but I think
No,
it's
I don't
okay.
think it's worse per se because Mito has to herd around the cliff and Eric has to herd from further. So
Sure.
I
All
think.
right.
By the way, Mito
So
still has this one. They can run pretty. I think this is fine. Okay.
yeah. So slight difference starting off. Mito's going to go for the market, and looks like Eric's going to go straight for he's going to kind of get the fast age up going, as he's not going to waste any time on the market text. And I think we saw that before in one of the British mirrors. I think it might have been Hazza versus Ulan, maybe, on like Hudson Bay, where one of them just kind of got the faster age up and then like got map control in the middle, and it just like spiraled out of control from there.
Yeah, but I think I know what you mean, but I don't think it works exactly that way because if you do it correctly, you get the market and you can trade the coin. I think you age up at the same time because that's a little bit of extra HP of the market as well, and the hunting dogs will give you the same age up.
Yeah, we'll see. I do like the market though. I do like preferring the market. But like if Eric happens upon like a food treasure, he can opt to maybe even skip a little and
Yeah,
really get a
that's still
faster
an
age up.
option.
So
Yeah.
it does open up a few options. But at the moment he's just picking up coin. So I guess 50 coin is pretty nice. You won't be complaining too much about 50 coin, since it was free. And yeah, Eric's on the run at the moment just because he's got that little bit less HP. But they're still trading shots though. He doesn't want to lose too much health on his
Yeah.
Explorer for free.
And this is going to be really interesting. Like there's 100 wood in the center. It's going to be like, wow, he's going to go for the 30 foot, taking more shots. I'm not sure like that. But anyway, the 100 wood, I mean, whoever gets that in the mirror is going to be a big bonus. Like it's basically almost 1 extra villager, 1 extra house.
Yeah, they do need to scout it though. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay. So I
Mito
think
has it now.
Mito's just seen it, but I'm not sure Eric's seen it. But that doesn't necessarily matter because Mito's going to be a bit careful. But he does go for the shot. And he's gonna fight this.
Yeah, Eric has.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, because of course, but Mito's Explorer was there when Eric did his shot on the wolf, right?
But look at this. Look at this. Yeah, but this Eric is of course making like a circle, like he's going like this, a circle around, so he will scout it. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's kind of okay for Mito because he knows that Eric doesn't have a shot, right? So he knows he can just pull this back.
But then again, he's taking a lot of damage though. But yeah, it's gonna be who's gonna be faster here. That's what this is about now.
I think. I don't know. Does his Explorer go down?
No. But I mean, well, actually.
Yeah.
The bear is gonna have a lot of resistance in melee. So.
26.
Yeah, his Explorer. I probably yeah.
Wow.
And he's gonna get it even as well. He will get the Explorer. Wow. I would have gone for it definitely. Mito, like. Well, I'm not sure if really Eric was slower. Anyway, Eric is going to take down the hero, and that means no more scouting for Mito. Of course, it's going to be a mirror British matchups, Brit mirror, so I'm not expecting any like really weird stuff here. But still, it's always annoying to lose your hero and not be able to scout. And of course, 100 wood is a big bonus for Eric here.
Yeah. So both kind of aging up, and Eric's looking to get that really nice spread out of manas. He's sent a vill up to the top left. We got one on the right hand side, so looking to get down the line of sight. But same thing from Mito, just a bit slower because he didn't have that 100 wood treasures. So and he's getting his third hunt. Is that his third hunt or second hunt?
Second hunt.
Either way, that looks like a lot of food. Right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
but look at this. Mito is going to have a house in the center, so he probably looks to go for a little more of an aggressive play here. I expect him, especially considering that HO is a practicing partner, to go for that thing, with the tower at the center, 1 Rex, and then just either the 700, 600, or maybe the 6 Musk is what we've seen lately. If it's going to be a contest for the center, shipping 6 Musk to surprise your opponent can really work out. Rex straight away.
And that's what he's going for. Yeah, I was a little hesitant just because of this wall going down that I thought he might go defensive, but I think that is just kind of stop these raids that we often see from Eric in this matchup where he'll just send like 5 muskets straight across. So yeah, if he's got this wall up, this entire hunt's protected.
And look at this, Eric is going on the left side, so that means he kind of leaves this whole right center like open for any like raids or poking. But he's gonna secure a hunt though, so, and he's gonna find Mitoe's tower.
And he's got his own tower going up, and he's gonna get some damage done on this tower. So yeah, I'm most curious to see if Mitoe does this 6 musket build. I don't think he will do, just because the 4 bases are a bit further away from each other than normal. Normally you do that build when your 4 bases are on top of each other.
Yeah.
And but because I think Eric's is a bit more defensive, that we might just see kind of regular builds coming out from these 2.
It's interesting though that even though Mitoe is a little more aggressive, his build seemed to be a little bit more precise because he had the steel traps faster. Eric is only almost now finishing his upgrade. Yeah,
so second rack straight down from Mitoe, as Eric's choosing to put the extra wood into manors. So slight difference there. Mitoe was looking for an angle here at the bottom, but Eric's kind of got his musketeers down here in anticipation that Mitoe was going to head down there. So yeah, they're kind of just posturing at the moment.
Yeah, I'm actually a little bit curious that this herd is not herded.
Yeah,
like furthermore. Okay, there's a little bit of a contest here in the center. What happened there? Did he lose 1 musk or did he make 4 and 5, Eric?
No, I don't think any muskets have been lost so far, unless I missed something. But I think Eric's probably not going to push in because he saw the 2 barracks, so he's got his own second racks going down.
Yeah, and exactly.
Look, he's going to do his classic. I'm going to send 5 muskets to raid, but there's this massive.
There's his wall.
What?
Mitoe really prepared for this matchup. It looks like.
Yeah. What? Why are they pathing though correctly? Like they should be pathing awkwardly. Do you think there's a hole? Like are they? Oh no, okay, they are pathing.
Yeah, exactly. I think he just clicked close by at first.
Yeah.
But I don't like that he brings his hero actually, because I really like to have my hero tanking up front, and then of course he's gonna put it in melee. Oh wow, he might get off some vill here.
It's gonna what? Yeah.
If you can put his hero in melee, then he will snare it, but otherwise keep your hero at the front battle to tank. But he's gonna get 1 vill, 2 vills. Yeah, nice pick off, splitting up his fire there, getting it. What?
Yeah, no,
barely not.
It sprinted away. So
yeah, that was a nice grab by Mitoe.
Yeah.
I'm surprised there were so many villagers on that hunt. Actually, where did they come from? Like,
yeah,
why are they not here? Maybe from the tower.
I was wondering that. It could have been from that 5 villager ship.
Yeah, exactly, from the tower.
He did such a good job getting that wall up and protecting them that, yeah, I think we were both surprised to see these vills like gathering outside of the wall. So bizarrely, that raid from Eric I thought wasn't going to get anything done, got a lot done. And can he get that last one? No, okay.
But then again, look at how much idle time he's forcing on Mitoe here. It's still worth it, I think.
And he's at the
pushing
same time,
why
he's distracted, going straight in the middle. However, he is to notice he's getting hit with a couple of volleys. So I think he lost 2 muskets there as well.
He is behind on army count. Oh, actually now he caught up, but that means Mitoe is going to have a badge popping out anytime soon from the Rexes. So it's really, really risky for him to fight under these Rexes. I guess we're really careful for anything popping out. Plus, of course, there's also the tower fighting. And 6 musk as well. 10 plus 6.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Like, he really got a good angle there. Mitoe, that is.
Yeah, Eric's going to need to pull back to this tower. Those trades definitely aren't going well for him. Mitoe, in the meantime, he did clean up that raid with 3 muskets to spare, but he's just got a huge musketeer lead, so he's just coming straight in right now. Yeah,
Eric has to pull man, I think, if he has the resources. Probably sell some wood. Oh, Mitoe's not going to come. Yeah, I think like Eric doesn't want to lose his tower. The thing he wants to do is he wants to keep poking and not really commit because he has the lower army count right now.
Yeah. Eric also has a shipment on the way. I'm wondering if he's got muskets himself, just because he's seen Mitoe being so aggressive, or maybe if it's got.
I actually think I would ship musketeer attack because he kind of holds here. So I'd rather have musketeer attack than 6 musk, I think, at this point.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's the 6 musket. It's because he had the shipment on the way for maybe a good 20 seconds.
Yeah, of course he didn't know he was
so he would have had to cancel it. Okay, and
let's see.
Yeah.
Mitoe must have scouted the herd, so if he goes in a little bit, okay. Eric responds right on time. And Mitoe's just going to take out the house. He doesn't want to have any... he want to have a surprise, not like scouted by the house next time. And by the way, there's another musketeer raid going there.
Yeah. And they might come across some vills again, because there's 4 vills on the coin mine in the middle. So, but
Quick
Mitoe
reaction time from
notices it
Mito.
really fast this time, so I think he'll be okay. And he's pulling his army back, and Eric's going to go in for this.
And look at this, by the way. Mito has shipped musketeer attack, so not 600 wood because he used 6 musk before, so he's actually popped. He can't make more units, and he has no way of building a house anytime soon.
Yeah. Eric's gonna have to back up from this fight. He's probably checked that he doesn't have the muskets.
Yeah.
Okay, that's really nice, but in like 10 muskets of.
But look at this. There's like 8.
Mito's back.
There's like 8 muskets chasing 2 or 3 muskets. So a little bit too much there.
And Eric did hold in the middle. Actually, I'm kind of surprised because Mito had the musket attack, but he did well. He held in the middle. And
I think that Mito didn't realize that he had musket attack and Eric had not. Otherwise, he probably would have taken the trade and just fight for a bit.
Have you seen the economic unit population? There's a really big difference there.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like up 11 vills, and I guess that's because of the 600 wood. So he is down.
Plus a few vills killed, of course, but yeah.
Yeah, and those few vills killed. So Eric's actually in a pretty good position, and that there's still a lot of resources on this map, so he's not in any danger of running out of map at the moment.
Yeah, and we see that now Mito is correcting his macro a little bit, putting some more on wood to get the houses going. And Eric pushing out again in the center. Better arc for him, definitely a much better spot for him to fight like this. You see that Mito can't really get the area.
Yeah, his musket said to kind of go through the barracks. Okay, so that's why he was being so aggressive there, because he had a batch of 10 on the way, which is actually going to be enough to push Eric back for the moment. But now Eric gets his batch of 10, so now he's going to be on the counter attack.
Yeah, the thing is though that always Mito's batches come really close to the fight, and Eric's second batch of the Rex is at his town center, so it's always a little bit delayed. And we have a raid from Mito coming in from the bottom, so we'll have to see how Eric is going to deal with that.
Yeah, Eric pushing in again. Like, this Rex is really low. Like, Eric I think he wants this Rex, but
but he has to be so careful fighting under the Rexes. Again, he's gonna walk into another reinforcement batch. Oh, Mito's not gonna raid with it. He's gonna use to flank Eric.
Look at this. That's really nice. Yeah. He's gonna he puts a few musketeers in melee mode, but I don't think they're not close enough to get this down.
No, barely
not. Running away quickly. He's got to be careful. These musketeers coming in. His reinforcements are getting killed.
Yeah, they're getting. Oh wow.
Seen that?
Yeah. They just run into the death. Yeah.
Yeah. Mito's force might look a bit bigger than it is because of these Minutemen. If Eric can focus the Minutemen down on 1 HP, that might help him out.
But he's up. I'm surprised Eric is still trading here. He should probably just run back all the time.
He's got his own Minutemen, that's probably why, and he's got another batch of musketeers out. The outpost is firing. It might just be enough. I don't know. He might be okay here.
He's still up 12 military countdown. Like, it's gonna be really close. He has to buy time, like whatever he can, let the tower do damage and just run back. He has finally, by the way, sent his musketeer card like 30 seconds ago, but not controlling the best there, losing a few more musk.
Yeah, the problem for Eric now is like Mito's way in his base that Eric's reinforcements could easily be caught out of position. Like if we see like 5 muskets coming from this racks next to the tower, they could be cleaned up really fast.
Yeah, he has to. Oh, look at this! Exactly what you were saying. But Mito's not paying attention at the moment, so Eric will be able to escape. Yeah, he will escape.
Oh, that was lucky. Yeah.
And he's gonna catch these.
Yeah. Mito's gonna go for 700 food, so he's just gonna go for the kill. He's gonna try and get out as many muskets as he can, because I think he knows that Eric's eco is better. So I think Mito wants to try and win the game right here with a big unit spam.
Yeah, but then again, the eco is better, but his Rex is in an awkward spot. Like if Mito is gonna siege it down or stay in between them, Eric doing a really good job poking here at the musk from Mito, so that like the tower has done like 5, 6, 7 more shots than otherwise if he wouldn't be poking like this. So a lot of damage dealt there, and he actually got a quite decent count again, and he's still chasing this one. So after he chased those musk, he will be able to raid with them himself.
Yeah, having the tower go down now, that means this Rax at the front is going to be a bit more exposed. So he's going to have to be pretty careful. But yeah, Mito's going to have to send a new batch of muskets back to deal with these this raid by Eric, unless he's just going to use the town center. So
yeah, wow, Eric shipped 6 longbows by the way. Mito shipped 700 food to keep messing the musk, but Eric feels a little bit like pressure too much, so he shipped 6 longbows to be able to hold here and not lose his Rex.
Yeah, well, it should be enough to stop this Rax going down, just because the longbows have got the range.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, And also, by the way, Eric has a little bit like too many vills on coin, so I hope he can fix his macro, because otherwise he won't have enough food to spam these musks. But this is still a good trade that he gets. I mean, the longbow in the back will do good damage as long as the musketeers in front are tanking.
Wow.
And he is still raiding with this group here, although Mitoe is
Yeah.
now probably able to trap it. Mitoe shipping 700 coin. Look at his food count. I think he wants to try to get an age up in.
I think he might need to just spam muskets at this point. He doesn't have enough coin. So these muskets from Eric are doing all right at the moment. They're getting 1 or 2, and they're forcing the whole of Mito's army to go back. So he's going to get a barracks down. And yeah, is he going to abandon this?
I think he's going to age up, and while aging up, Q units from the barracks. Like he made a new barracks as well there. Like he must be going age up now. Like, where's the coin actually?
It's yeah. I don't know. He's going to get outmassed though if he ages up. So luckily he's going to do all right against this raid from Eric. He's
okay. So he's going to spend every unit and every resource need on units. I thought he was aging up, but he picked up the coin already. So Eric has the bigger mess in the center. Yeah, Mitoe really needs to buy some time. He has the second Rex up, so he can produce from 2 Rexes again. And look at this, all the villages going there. But then again, now Eric is going to get chased away by the reinforcement from Mitoe. And now everyone is gathering here together, so this will probably be the new focus point for both of them. Plus, of course, the herd that Mitoe has in the
Eric's army's on the way down. So is Mitoe's, but they're
look at this. Who's going to notice first? Both of them are going to notice on time, but Eric has the bigger mess in the center here.
Yep.
But Mitoe again is going to have a raid here soon, so Eric has to deal with that.
Yeah. The thing is, I think Mitoe had a lot of his villagers kind of walking a bit, so his reinforcements aren't going to be as great, and he's blown both his resource shipments. Eric's just getting his resource shipments in now, so like he's going to have so many muskets, like he's going to be getting batches of 10 every single time, which I don't know if Mitoe is going to be doing that. This raid is pretty nice, but Eric's controlling it okay. He pulled a few of his vills back. He did lose 1.
Yeah, the economic pun is the same, but then again, Eric is up 5 or 10 muskets because probably he's going to soon have his musketeer badges. So he's up a little bit in army count, and that's going to be his edge for now.
Yeah, Eric's just got the bigger number at the moment. Mitoe's trying to push him, but I don't think he can. Yeah, he's going to have to go back a bit.
6 longbowmen from Mitoe as well. And look at this, he's just going to move. He moved all his villages there. I'm not sure even if Eric scouted that part, but he will be able to safely gather there. While at the center, look at these longbowmen doing work there in the back.
Oh, nice little pullback on the musketeers by Eric, and I think he's. Although there's the longbows on the left, I don't know who's got more. I think
Eric has more. Yeah, he's doubled the army count right now.
Wow. In fact, that might. Yeah. Mitoe's still choosing to fight. I think he's just kind of conceded.
Yeah, that's interesting because, like as you see, Mitoe still has 1k food, but now he has no gold. So I felt that his macro was slipping a little bit there towards the second phase of the game. He could have had way more units. Then again, Eric also has a lot of food at the moment, so both of them. But that's the thing, like in a mirror like this, when everything is so chaotic, like you have so many villages gathering all around the map. There's raiding on you, you are raiding, you have to catch raids, you have to retask your villages, you have to fight in the middle, position your army correctly. It's really hard to keep your macro on point all the time. But it's interesting to see that both of them were actually struggling with gathering enough gold rather than food at this point. Because of course the gold mines are still available. Plenty. But yeah, well played by both. Actually, a really interesting matchup. I think the fact that Eric was able to, while behind, buy enough time here, especially on the left side, poking in and out, not really committing, letting his tower do as much damage as he could. I think that really helped him come back from that military disadvantage early on. And then again, of course, the raids that he had, he killed like 5 villages for some idle time, which kind of helped him also get back, because then Mitoe's next batches were not as maxed out as they could have been otherwise.
Yeah, I'm surprised that first raid from Eric got damage done. Like Mitoe had set up the wall in such a way that it shouldn't have got any damage done, and then it kind of did. And then I only noticed midway throughout the game like how far ahead Eric was on vills. And that was just because of the 600 wood and that successful raid.
Yeah, that's also the key in like games, of course, like this. If you ship the musketeer attack first, or like upgrades in this case, as Mitoe did, rather than an economic shipment as 600 wood, as Eric did, then you have to make something happening. And Mitoe was trying to do that, but he wasn't really able to really like get it done. And that means that the 600 wood into houses and thus economy for the British civilization is just paying off more for Eric, as he was trading not as efficient as Mitoe, but he was able to make a little bit more because of his better economy.
Yeah.
And the 6th longbow, by the way, really did a good job also in holding off. It was still really crucial, like as you mentioned, when the tower got killed there, it was almost a free path for Mitoe to take down the Rex as well. And the fact that there were 6 longbows made sure that he wasn't able to take down the Rex. Mitoe had to retreat there. So yeah, good choice of unit shipments there by Eric, I think. But yeah, like still throughout the game, at some point Mitoe floating like 1k resources, like 1k food, I mean, struggling for gold. That also like caused that he was not really able to mass as much as he could have otherwise. Yep.
Yeah.
So Eric is maybe on the way to a reverse kill. Who knows? We see here, by the way, quick economic graph.
He got the reverse kill on Optimus Prime, right?
Was Optimus up to 0? Or 3-0?
Yeah. Best of 5. Well, it's a best of 5 at that point.
Wait. I think I saw the second part. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but I mean, being down 0-2, it's pretty tough because you've got to win 3 straight games in a row, which he still needs now. He needs 3 straight games in a row, but he has done it. So he's shown he's got the composure to come back and win all the games that he needs. So
he played it really good. I want to quickly point out one thing here in the post game. You see the graph. This was the phase where Eric was fighting a little bit close towards the Rexes from Mitoe, so faster reinforcements. Also a really nice flank from Mitoe, first deciding to raid with that group of Musks, then putting them back to flank Eric from the side. So fighting versus the fast reinforcements means that as soon as units come out, you of course are a little bit in a disadvantage. But also you see that Eric did trade worse here. He lost way more, but then again he was able to mass way more with his bigger economy and a little bit Mitoe floating too much food and not enough gold. So he was able to remass quicker and then take out Mitoe's units afterwards. It was really close pointed here because Mitoe was almost able to close out the series, I think.
Yeah.
So 3-1 it is for Mitoe.
And we got a Civ reset happening. So onto game 5. So which is going to be on Manchuria, by the way, which is a pretty nice map. But all the Civs are going to be available again for both players. And dare I ask, who is it to pick first now? Who picked first last game?
Mitoe.
That's the easiest way to do it. Okay,
first,
so Eric, right? So Eric has picked first this game. Yeah. I don't know if they're taking a break at the moment.
Yeah, that's fine. There's, by the way, one more thing in British mirrors which sometimes comes into effect. It wasn't really happening yet because there were enough resources on the map. But at some point, when you are running out of resources and you have no more mostly food available, you see that people are putting villagers to tank so that their army lives longer with the upgrades. Because your villagers are not worth as much anymore because you really can't gather that much anymore because either the food is running out or you're just running around the map all the time. So if you then can tank a little bit with your villagers and keep your army alive, you will or might be able to close out the game in that case. But we didn't see that yet because the resources were not depleted. Would still take a few minutes. Just to be sure.
Give me 1 minute. I'll
be
okay. Back.
So we have, for anyone who came in later, this is round of 8 from the ESOC Spring Tournament. $1,500 on the line, and of course the honor to win this tournament or at least finish in the top 4 or so. We had a German mirror. We had a France versus China. We had Aztec versus India, and we had the British mirror. I'll be right back also getting a drink.
All right, I'm back. Is Venny on a break?
Yeah, I was just getting a drink.
Oh, no worries. Yeah. I guess Eric is on a break as well. The standard mid-series break. Oh, okay. No? Wait.
By the way, there's this feature in this new UI, or actually the UI that we've been using for a bit, but I don't think I casted with it before. Anyway, you can put some information in the second tab. So there's a one tab and there's a second tab, I guess. You know about that? I thought there was only one tab, but maybe I missed it or was just focused on something else. I don't know.
Yeah, I usually put shipments in like the second
one.
Yeah,
that's the idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so I think Eric's going to go with Brits. He confused me a little because as soon as he typed "I picked Brit," he switched to Germany. But then he has switched back to Brit, and he's locked it in for Manchuria. So I guess he's kind of got quite a few things he can do here as a counter. He's already shown that he likes playing India. He did win that matchup earlier, so India can be pretty good on this map because you've got those 2 wood treasures. You've also got the yaks as well, and India versus Brit is just kind of a nice matchup to do.
Well, that was India versus Aztec, by the way.
Yeah. But he's shown he's liked India, right?
Yeah.
Like this is a good map for it. But I mean, also like I think it's fine to do something like Germany. You've got the trading posts. There's a lot of villages to go raiding, so.
And there's 5k gold mines as well.
Exactly. Yeah. So. I think maybe one of those two, unless do you see any wild cards coming out?
Well, I think that with the cows, definitely India can beat British. I'd say on a map like this, with the aggro in the center and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I feel.
Yeah,
it's not easy, but I think it's pretty doable because the cows are such a nice bonus. And of course, there's also 90 wood like almost guaranteed for either player on this map, which is good for India. But then again, China, of course, I know Mito likes his China. I mean, the thing that he does lately, skipping 700 coin and using 700 wood, just that, and then saving your shipment for the third age, can work here as well, because you can use 1 or 2 cows which are fattening on your livestock pen, on your houses. So you won't be delayed as much if you can just gather food faster. But it's going to be a British mirror. Okay.
Yeah. Wow. That's, okay. I'm a little surprised by that, but yeah, all right, okay. So he's gonna use this he's gonna use this counter pick on taking the mirror, despite Eric winning the previous matchup as the British mirror. So I'm pretty sure Eric's gonna be he's gonna be happy about this. As we already said, it's a matchup he liked, so that kind of takes out Mito's counter pick.
Mito feels like he should have won it. He wants to take revenge and
exactly. Yeah, that's the thing, I guess. Mito obviously did feel pretty good about his strategy, and I think it was just that one raid that kind of caught him off guard that maybe he wasn't expecting because his vills were out of place. And then
that's also the thing, because he made the wall. He was probably like, not as focused on the minimap or something, because you are like, okay, I covered that part of the game. I'm not expecting a raid anytime soon, so focusing more on the front edge perhaps with micro and stuff.
That's the thing. He was probably just as surprised about those villages as we were. He probably wondered what they were doing there as well. Yeah, we'd have to go back and see like actually how they got there, because it could have been from like that 5 villager shipment, but
I think it must have been that.
Yeah.
So British Mirror, what do you think about this matchup?
Wait, sorry, what was that?
Sorry, I was eating a little bit. I said British Mirror. What did you think about this matchup?
I
have no idea what to expect here.
Yeah. The thing is, both these players are they play it pretty standard on the British Mirror. So, the thing, I feel like we could see their forward bases closer together on this matchup. On this map though. Yeah. Because there's no like annoying cliffs. So like there's no ambiguity in like where you place your forward base. Like you just put your forward base in the middle on this map, so I think they could end up putting them next to each other, which could that could be a bit more interesting if we see like towers next to the barracks as well.
Yeah, I was thinking about it as well, like last game, because if Mitoe takes control of the center part of the map and he ships his 6 musks, by thus giving him the army lead early on, and Eric is gonna do the same thing but has his base close by his town center, then he will only able to match Mitoe's army count, but not really able to push him. So he kind of has to ship 600 wood to kind of make his eco work for him, and then kind of counter push Mitoe. I mean, if you do exactly the same, but you have less map control, then it's just bad.
Oh, yeah, okay. We'll, I've just seen it. He's got the dead bills fading into the ground there. Oh, dear.
Yeah, nice of Eric to just don't make a big deal of this and rematch.
Yeah, that's very nice. Okay, so now we're on just like thinking of the recorded games.
Exactly.
Yeah, because now we're 1 over. So if Eric does win this one, we're gonna have to start being careful. All right. Oh, was that save them in response to the recorded games?
Yeah.
All right, nice. On top of that. Yeah. I do think we've got a bigger chance of seeing this 6 musketeer build, which I do want to see, like because I haven't seen it that often. So I hope Mitoe pulls it out, and I hope they do like both forward bases, because I want to see how it works out or doesn't work out.
What do you mean if they both do? If you do,
so like if they're both their forward bases are kind of on top of each other, you know, where you got the racks is right next to each other, the towers are there, and because I think that's the situation where you're supposed to ship the 6 muskets. Do they come up? Do you know if they come after the 700 wood or not? Maybe that's like
they came after. No, wait, he did it after 5 fills, I think.
Oh yeah, last time, but this time it might be a bit different.
But the thing is that some people have changed it up, like doing it after 700 wood.
Yeah.
Just to get your let's say the surprise in earlier, because that's a good time to push as well. But then again, Mitoe did not do the, let's say, older build of H2O, where you have 1 Rex and then the second Rex with 600 wood. He made 2 Rexes right away. So if you then have 2 Rexes producing plus 5 villagers to boost your eco to get to the production, then if the other guy would ship 6 musks as a second card, it wouldn't be that advantageous, you know, because you still can produce 5, like 10 at a time.
Yeah.
So you can just hold out with the tower and poking a little bit, and then have reinforcements close by, I think. Which means, in that case, you would have to ship 6 musks before 700 wood, which I did once as well. And I believe that can work, but it's going to be really tight as well.
The other thing on this map is, I wonder if you like take a card out just to chuck
great tournaments with amazing casters. Eric, come back,
kind
please.
Of have to see their decks.
We had a donation, by the way. Just quickly want to point it out. Tonko Tomi donated to a tournament. Thanks a lot. Sorry, continue your thoughts there.
Appreciate the donation. Yeah. So Mitoe actually goes for the crack shot on this 55 coin, which in the restart game I noticed he did that as well. It was a bit further out, but both times he's crack shotted the 55 coin. I think that's just because he's gonna do this market build again, which we've seen that he kind of prefers, and Eric chooses not to do that, leaving the coin on the ground for both games.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
Yeah,
I still think it's better. Like in last game, I think both of us were talking about it, but neither of us have checked when they really aged up. I believe it was pretty similar. So then you just have the market advantage already. So I think it's better. I mean, you just make use of your resources, and you're basically not getting behind on any other thing.
Ooh, yeah. So Eric's trying to micro this first wood, and Mitoe's straight on it. He's going to go for the. I think Mitoe's crack shot should be like it should be off cooldown now, so he's going to get this. I think
exactly. He's going for it now.
Oh yeah.
I do want to emphasize again.
I was just to say the other wood treasures is the other big one is here. So if Eric's going to need to pick this up, and it's kind of good that he is on the way.
He's on the. Yeah, I think after going there, he should go back like there. Yeah. But I do want to
Yeah.
emphasize again what you said about the preparation. I believe that Mitoe indeed was like, if you know this map, you know that usually the wood treasure, it's gonna spawn somewhere there, or somewhere there. There's like almost guaranteed a wood treasure. Like this one here,
Yeah.
it's not always there, like often not, but the other ones are almost always in this area. So that's why he probably straight walked like the way he did.
Yeah, occasionally you can get them in the bottom right and yeah, the bottom right and the top right. And what's good for Eric is that he's actually got the fit, because along with the 2 big wood treasures, you also get the 50 wood. And luckily for Eric, that was on his side of the map. But I don't think Mitoe is going to be displeased with getting this 60 food. It's pretty comparable to the 50 wood. He can even use the food here now to help his age up. So I don't think he'll mind with that.
Wait, which food you're talking about? Oh, Mitoe's food treasure.
Yeah. So he just got this. He just got the.
Yeah, but then he is 90 wood treasure ahead. So like, depends on who's going to get this one.
Yeah.
And of course, Eric has 2 cows. Mitoe has already 5 cows. And he's going to use 1. He's going to age up quicker. Oh, this I think. Yeah, I like this. Look at this. He's going to age 16 villagers. So he's going to do his aggressive build and use the cow to make sure that there's no idle time.
Nice. Yeah.
But Eric is going to do the same.
Did he eat one of his cows, Eric?
Not sure if he did, but he's aging with 16 as well. Maybe he had.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I think he actually. I think he hasn't. Maybe he just. Oh, that might be that little bit of a difference, with not spending time on building the market and gathering the coin crate.
Ooh.
And good macro, I think.
Mitoe's gonna both of them are there. Mitoe risking that because I think Eric's
now it's gonna be vice versa.
Right?
Yeah,
No,
he must have exactly.
Yeah.
So this is payback.
Yeah. That was risky by Mitoe because he definitely saw Eric's explorer. I guess he just assumed Eric would immediately walk away, as sometimes you do. Because you assume when both your explorers are there, you kind of assume neither of us is going to go for it. So I'll try and sneakily sneak away for like half a minute and then come back. So maybe that's why Mitoe went for it.
By the way, I do like that Eric, he scouted the house and he's straight going forward, make his own house there, and he will be able to herd this. I would really like him actually to shoot this herd once towards his town center, then build a house and automatically task it onto herding again. So you will get it closer in a shorter amount of time. But it's most important for him that he gets his herd towards his town center because he's going to really need it later on. Because Mitoe, look at this, he's already 1 house here, 2nd house on the left, so he will get good control of the map with line of sight, and he's going to be able to herd all of this towards his base.
I really hope we get these barracks like right next to each other. I really want to see this. And Mitoe's immediately like on the forward 2 villas from Eric, right? So he's immediately going to see where this outpost, and that's a pretty defensive outpost actually.
It's really defensive, yeah.
Yeah, and I guess the Rax is going to be defensive as well, and the Rax from Mitoe is pretty offensive. So it's kind of already set the tone for this game that Eric's going to be the defender here for a bit, and Mitoe's gonna
Yeah, but in this case, it is good that Eric did hurt that hunt like here, because he has still a lot of resources available. The only thing is still like this hunt, middle one, is going to Mitoe. So the longer this game plays out, I mean, the more the map control is going to be an issue. Like, it's not easy for Eric to get at this hunt later on, so...
Yeah, Mitoe's still got villagers coming forward. I guess that's from his rally point. I'm just wondering where this... Okay, yeah, he's gotten back.
Look at this! Another house going up, so a complete ring of line of sight here from all the manors. So he knows Eric's game. He knows Eric likes to raid. So what is he gonna do? Just perfect adaptation here, like making houses everywhere, so he can see everything coming.
He's doing exactly that. On the left as well, he's making sure he's got complete line of sight there. We got another manor going down, and I assume he might even put a further manor on the right as well. But he gets his muskets out earlier. Eric pulls his villager back, so at the moment it's kind of even. But Eric's got his own 5 muskets out, so that will push Mitoe away for a bit.
Yeah, indeed, and both 700 wood first, so no weird 6 musk stuff there.
Yeah,
obviously, because there's all the line of sight houses we talked about. By the way, Eric has 4 cows. Mitoe has 2, 4, 6 cows. So it's 1k food more later on.
Anyway.
Sorry.
Yeah, and Eric, Mitoe's line of sight is just crazy, and Eric's kind of had to build most of his manors around in the center of his town, which is a bit unfortunate for him. Second barracks, again going up faster for Mitoe, so it's kind of similar to what we saw last game. I think Eric's going to take the settler lead, And ooh, yeah, Mitoe doesn't actually have the musketeers here to defend that just now, but yeah, Eric's not going to risk it though.
Yeah, and Mito did change up his build a little bit, probably because he wanted to get down the line of sight with the houses as fast as possible and also get the second Rex for production. He chose to ship 600 wood second rather than 5 vills. While Eric is going for the standard build here. But still, I think I like this. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's even claiming this one.
Every mana that Mitoe's putting up is like going in the middle of this map.
Yeah.
He's gonna have like no manas in his base.
Yeah.
He's got another one going up as well.
Exactly. Another donation, by the way, by Top Tommy. Don't be lazy.
Do not be lazy. Update score.
Okay, I fixed that.
Yeah.
But look at this. There's another raid. I mean, not another. There is a raid coming in regardless of the line of sight. But Eric will also be like, I see you got line of sight there. Will be hard to pull that off again. He's gonna get the Vil though. One at least. He shouldn't get the second if Mitoe response.
Yeah. So that's the thing though. Like Mitoe sure he has a lot of line of sight, but actually a lot of his vills are gathering in the middle of the map just because that's where they all spawned. So even though he's got the line of sight, they are pretty vulnerable just because they're all gathering in like this dangerous place. And now these 5 muskets have sneaked past. Mitoe's actually had to send back. You got to send back more than 5, which means that on the front line, Eric's going to have maybe more units there.
Yeah, I don't agree that you have to send back more than 5 because you also have your town center fire for a little bit. I believe that you should send only 5 or not more. I think that's enough to deal with it. Otherwise, this is what's gonna happen. Eric's gonna push the front. As soon as he sees all these masks, he knows, okay, I have the advantage in the front. I'm just gonna run away as he's doing now, and he can push the tower. So I don't like Mitoe sending that much back. And by the way, Mitoe did lose 2 vills on the right side, and the house is not finished. So Eric is up exactly those 2 vills.
Yeah, Mitoe does pull a couple muskets back that he was using to chase, so that's nice. And yeah, okay, he holds this off with the tower, and just like Eric's a bit cautious because he was standing next to 2 barracks, which that's really risky. So Mitoe also cleans up these muskets in the back, so hopefully if he realizes, he can pull these 8 muskets back into the combat, which should help him a lot.
Yeah, and basically we have just a similar BO, not that much of a difference, and Mitoe having map control. So yeah, Eric is the one who has to make something happen here. Like, as far as Mitoe goes, he just wants to make this a long, drawn-out game and probably be ahead with all the map control that he secured for now.
Yeah, and I think we're just going to see like both musketeer upgrades coming in for each player now.
Yeah, Mitoe's just rolled in there.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised, by the way, Eric is not even hurting that one yet. He's gonna need it soon.
Oh, okay. Eric's gone for 6 musketeers, so he's gonna be down an upgrade, but he's gonna have a much bigger army at the moment.
He's going for a flank.
Yeah, it's sort of no. Okay, Mitoe sort of realizes. Oh, but did you see Mitoe's next patch was only 4 muskets? He only got 4 muskets out from both Raxes, so that could be an issue for him.
Yeah. Yeah. Right now it's 44 versus 41 though, so it's really hard for Eric to push in though.
Yeah, but
his best just finished. 52.
But, yeah, I guess he didn't see that Mitoe's batch was only like 4 muskets. Maybe if he caught that in his line of sight, he might be a bit more aggressive here, just because he's ahead. Yeah.
It's really hard when you have so many musketeers. Sorry, yes,
yeah.
Please.
On the left, we got another 8 muskets coming, and there's a lot of vills in the middle of the map from Mitoe. It's like, yeah.
He's adding a 3rd rack, so he kind of has the eco for it, I would say, almost. The interesting thing, though, is that Eric is constantly having 5 villagers or something on wood to continue his house production, and Mitoe is not doing that so much yet. So Mitoe is just investing everything in his army here. Yeah. Ooh, big fight there.
Mitoe notices the raid quickly while the fight's going on in the middle of the map. So he does kind of save his vills a little bit. Oh no, they're actually under fire. And he's losing muskets at the front while he's pulling back. So that's pretty nice by Eric. Is he going to get another vill? Yeah, he does.
Sorry.
So I think that was 2 or 3 villagers down.
Yeah, 3 indeed. 5 total now. Look at this, by the way, how Eric is nicely grouping his musk in 2 groups, so he can better get an arc when they're fighting, rather than having everything in just one group and bumping into each other.
Yeah, Mitoe's just losing so many musketeers on these retreats. So the only thing he's got going for him is he's got the 2 musketeer upgrades in, which Eric does not. But Eric's just got he's got another huge reinforcement batch coming in. That was 10 muskets. Mitoe gets out, I think, a good batch by himself. And actually, yeah, that might be enough because he's got the tower firing.
Yeah, that's
Eric
really
does not.
helping out a lot.
Yeah.
And the musketeer raid is cleaned up by the Minutemen, by the way. So.
All right. Well, there's one musketeer left, but I think the Vils might actually clean up.
Yeah, that's not. Actually, where did all the Minutemen go? Maybe they fought versus the musketeers and just died.
Yeah.
Anyway, right now Snow is ahead in army count, 7 up for his Mitoe, and he's also almost 10 Vil ahead because of his Vil raid. And that's classic Eric, like raiding while at the same time pushing the front and being like active at both fronts makes it hard for your opponent to beat that as well. So yeah, Mitoe lost, as you said, a little bit, some musks going back and retreating, and now Eric is not in a bad spot here.
Yeah, he's also evened up the military upgrades, which is nice for him. And we saw Mitoe ship. I think he shipped the. Oh no, never mind. But he's got 700 food anyway, so that's going to kind of help him to get out those big batches of 10 musketeers rather than the 4 muskets. Another engagement going down in the middle, and I don't know. I don't think either side's going to get much done. Like it's been pretty back and forth with these 2 barracks. Like neither player can kind of break each other.
It really comes down to the positioning and the micro. Like how good of an arc can you get when you're like exchanging shots here and there. Looks like Mitoe has the advantage now for a little bit.
Eric needs to get a batch out.
Yeah, but there should be a batch coming out soon, exactly here, and that's gonna give him a nice angle, I think.
That's a really nice angle.
Putting 2 villages to tank here.
Yeah.
Although Mitoe is still holding strong here, and he will soon have his new batch coming out. Look at this, 3 Rexes, 15 musk, almost 12 musk.
Oh crikey, yeah. And Eric's got some more Vils coming. I think they were moving to resources. Yeah, he's retasked them. He doesn't want to lose those.
Yeah, I think he wanted to tank actually with them, but then he saw that there were too many musks, so he couldn't really make something happen.
And six musketeers coming in from Mitoe, but they came in at his town center. But maybe that was to catch. Eric's been raiding throughout the whole of this. He's got 4 musketeers in the middle of the map as well. And it's. Okay, he's getting a nice trade on Mitoe's musketeers as well. They were kind of tasked to some of the manors there accidentally, and he gets his own 6 longbows. So I think that's enough to hold. I was a little bit worried from that, but he does.
It was really close, like similar to last game, and then he shipped the 6 longbows, and he held with that. So let's see what he can do with those now. Look at those musks, by the way. They will get caught, I think, by Mitoe's retreating musks. That would be unfortunate. Oh, he noticed it on time. Quick reaction there from Eric.
And now a huge batch of muskets from Mitoe. I think he got like another 13 now.
The 700 wood helped him like produce like big batches from the 3 Rexes constantly.
Oh, so Mitoe's losing a few muskets on the right hand side. They got caught our way. Eric's losing his 4 musketeers there. So I know it's pretty even all around. I'm
a bit scared for Eric here fighting near the Rexes though.
Yeah, that's what I'm a little bit worried. You don't want to be fighting next to the production, but he does. I think he does just have enough. Yeah, okay, he needs to get back though in case of the reinforcements. And at this point, I just noticed the hunts for Eric. They're really running out. Like he's got villagers coming up in the middle of the map. He doesn't know where to.
This is gonna be it. This is gonna be it for him. Oh, he's not tanking with the villagers.
He needs to break this point now somehow. I don't know if he can though. He needs that.
Look at where his villagers are going.
Yeah. Well, so even the hunts for Mitoe are like.
Mitoe spotted it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, this is gonna be like an. But Eric now has his 700 food, so he will be able to produce a few batches here. And Mitoe already shipped his 700 food. But look at this, Mitoe still has a complete herd available there, and Eric is. Oh, and actually, Mitoe has 1 more here as well. That's the whole thing we talked about early on. The map control basically gave him 2 more hunts, so all he had to do was stall it out for a long game.
Eric's out of hunts. He just has 1 dead hunt, as in a single animal left, and that's about to run out. I don't know. Is he gonna have to go on mills maybe, or get out some pistoleros?
Look at these hills, by the way.
Oh, wow.
They're not even raiding. I mean, they're raiding and gathering food, but yeah.
Yeah. Mitoe's gonna kind of push
Eric is still ahead 10 Vils. Like he probably doesn't realize it and he doesn't want to throw them away, but he can easily fight with them as he's now doing so.
Yeah, and timed well with his batch of 10 muskets as well. I don't know if it's going to be enough though. Like these Vils aren't that tanky. I guess they are a little bit. No, just have a look at the military pot. Eric, he's down too much. I think this is the game deciding fight right here. Yeah.
There will be one more batch soon, but it's probably gonna be a little bit too late.
Well, I think he's used up his 700 food there. He's got no food income right now. He's buying it at the market.
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
having to spend gold to,
there it
to
is.
get
This
food.
is the last.
And there it is.
The last stand of Germany.
Yeah. He's not getting any more musketeers than that.
That's it.
Wow. So Mitoe.
Well played, Mitoe.
Yeah, it takes down the 4-1 in this best of 7 series, and that means he advances to the semi-finals. So I think that's the best Mitoe's done in. Is that the best he's done ever? I'm trying to think.
I don't know. Oh, you mean regarding tournament placements, like finishes?
Yeah.
I don't. I think actually, yeah, or I don't. Either the best or one of the best. But he did play really good. I think he played better also than his previous match. I feel. It seems that he came a little bit more prepared to this one. So. Yeah.
For sure.
Then again, though, I think Eric was not as prepared and like warmed up. It seems to me like the way he was playing. But well played by Mitoe, taking the 4-1 and advancing to the next round to play versus the winner of Knuschel Bear versus Kaiser Klein, I think? Or Blackstar versus...
No.
Oh, Blackstar versus
Black,
Tit, the winner of that. Okay, yeah. Yeah, interesting game. I think we can basically summarize this in the fact that what we kind of hinted at throughout the game, Mitoe having map control, Eric done a couple of nice raids, but just because you have 2 more herds, the left one and the right one, you will be able to outgather your opponent, and that's just the crucial thing here in a British mirror like this. So that means that if you find yourself in a situation like this, you can't play the same thing as your opponent does. You have to make something happen, because this is exactly what you see. What happens is, as you see, if you do exactly the same thing, you will just lose because of the map control that you don't have.
Yeah, well, I think Eric gave it a go with the musketeer raids, and at one point I was a little bit worried that Mitoe, having all that line of sight, he did have like so many vills in the middle of the map that kind of did make them vulnerable. We saw he lost like 2 on the right hand side and quite a few in the middle and the mid game.
Eric had a nice raid there, just finishing it, raiding right before the house finished.
Yeah, so
I think he really did a good job. It was really close game, and at some point he was almost there breaking through, especially when he raided something on the left side, some villages and mosques. And by the way, have you seen that Mitoe stopped villager production? I actually wanted to hold here for a minute, because I've done that in the past as well. When you are around 45 villagers, especially in such a tight game, it's not really that useful to make more vills, because you are running out of resources around that time. So you might as well put every resource that you have into musketeers, or in this case just musketeers, your army, because your village is going to be running around the map anyway. I really like the choice that he did here.
Yeah, I like that too a lot, and that's something that you only really want to use in like niche situations in certain matchups. But like this was the perfect time to kind of do that, just because the food spent on vills wasn't gonna. Because
you see that Eric had like 10 villages at some point. He was, let's say, around 8 to 10 villages ahead, but then again he traded some musks to kill vills, so that already put him down a few musks. And then again Mitoe invested more in remaking musks, so he could get, like here you see this in the military graph. Eric was running out of food here, but then again also, let me bring up this one fast. So around 12-13 minutes, that's around here, you see that Mitoe will be able to produce more just because he's not making more villagers. And the musketeers are more useful in this case, so it's a good choice, definitely.
Yeah. The food on this map runs out maybe a bit faster than Eric anticipated it would, because I've seen in when he plays Brits, often he just leaves like the 5 vills on wood that a lot of other Brit players don't, just to add in those extra manners, and then like slowly he works in a better eco before you know it. But like on this map, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, good point indeed. He did that also in the previous game, but there was way more food on that map. And yeah, very good point. In this case, you can still see it here on my screen. 5 villagers are still attached to wood. I believe that has been the case throughout the game. But it's not that useful. It comes down to the same point as I mentioned before. you don't want to have that extra eco here. You want to make sure you get the army count and prevent your opponent from gathering food. So yeah, it's probably not the best choice indeed on this map, but yeah. It was still very well played. I believe he microed quite well also in the second big fight. But it's strategy game, so there's more than just micro.
I think that map feels like it has more food than maybe it does, or maybe it's just because it's a British mirror. Like it just all disappears so fast.
I think a bit of both.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna see if Raphael and